Are we live? Are we alive? Is it Sunday? Am I surrounded by a universe of rocks? Are you? Welcome to the live studio event here at Ozone Fine Art Studios. We're doing a maker's bunch, and we've got a bunch of makers gonna come by here tonight. One by one, we're going to invite them onto the stage along with your hostess, Karen, from the great, incredibly squally Oregon coast today. I hope that you're staying warm and that you've got some cool project to do along with us. You're absolutely invited to work alongside. We're going to be doing some rock manipulations, be they lapidary or potentially doing some gem setting or jewelry making. I've got a little bit of that going on here in my studio. So, as I bring our fabulous participants in this open studio onto the stage, I want y'all to be thinking about what your favorite color is. This is a very important question, and each one of you, I shall ask you, don't get it wrong, or else you go into the abyss, as you might well know from Monty Python. But we're going to be asking that, and of course, where you are hailing from. And then after we go around and get everybody up here on stage, then we will visit you again to see what kind of a project you got going on. So the first round is going to be quick. It's going to be lightning fast. We're going to bring on the participants. I am also going to return, I think, back to the actual world in which I reside. And oh my gosh, I'm back in my studio. Okay. So first of all, we're going to bring Miss Allison Prairie Girl Rocks in to the fray. How's it going tonight?
It's windy out here on the prairie. And cheers, everyone in the chat. And Steinkern to all of you this happy Sunday afternoon.
Woo! I've got the tsunami out because
it's crazy here too. It's like I'll huff and I'll puff and I'll blow your house down. So let's hope that doesn't happen. I'm fairly certain it won't. I'm gonna work on sorting out some garnets, yes, garnets that I just took out of the Shakeomatic. And then I need to put some wire wrapped stuff on some chains. And if I get all of that done, which I'm sure I will, then I'd love to jump in with some making of the jewelries.
Oh, good. Very nice. That's a sweet little mug you got going on there. We got to get our bells a-ringing right from the get-go. Because Miss Soul has been a member for 6 months. Thank you so very, very much. Let's get that on up there. And you'll notice that your little shell gets to change as your Steinkern, as it were. Your cheers is changing as you go up through. And there's like one of Karen's holy grails is after the 6 month mark, and that is the fossil crab. And so we all need to hope that this season is good to all of us down there on the beach, and maybe we get a case of the crabs. What you got there?
My favorite color is blue.
Oh, that's a good one. Hey, we have almost matching rocks here.
Ooh, yeah, we do.
All the cool kids.
Got all the best things happening. Yes.
Okay, so what is yours?
I don't know. It's one that I got in the auction and then cut here. So no provenance other than auction rock.
Wow, because I mean, I believe that the one that I have is from the Hummingbird mine in Arizona, from the Arizona Rock Hound Expeditions folks. And I know that we're not them, but yet we're here at 5. So we're doing the 5 alive today just to slide on in and make sure that you don't have an empty place in your rock heart. We do
That's right.
not allow for that. And so here we are. And so Cynthia Foss, welcome in. Phil, so good to see you. Barb, great to see you too. Wisconsin Rock Stalker is here, as well as Angeline. Good to see you guys. I have been seeing you guys around the way today. A lot of y'all. It's like a Vuja day, guys. And we've got Ruth Ochis. Chris is here. That Opal guy is here as well. Brian is here. I hope that you guys are having one heck of a good time. And we'd love to hear if your spoils from the sacred, blessed purple place, the mine, is good. And it looks like we've got some lovely garnets coming into our eyeballs on the split screen. Well, I make sure to say hello to everybody who's here, like Julie and Ellen. Welcome in. Reptile Z is in full effect. We have, I did say Cheryl, didn't I? Yeah, because she's been a member for so long. We've got Joseph here and probably Rosie as well. I say top of the evening to you two. Thank you for coming. We've got Robert. I love that. As opposed to a polished Bert, like we love our rough, raw rocks, right? And so good on you. And let's see, we've got Lesby Rockin' is here, and you guys rock. Okay, so we have more. But wait, there's more. We've got. I'll say hello to this going on right here because it's too cute not to. Oh, look at this. Chris, what in the world is going on here? Tell me it's rock related. Yes, you
I found a
did.
puppy. He likes rocks too.
Aw, what's the puppy's name?
This is AJ.
Aw, hey
Oh,
AJ, what a cutie pie.
yes, he is 12 weeks old. He is super adorable.
Aw, a rock hound for real.
Yes, he is a Kabapoo, Cabapoo, I think. Kabapoo.
Alrighty.
Interesting. He's got these little French tips. All of his toes are white. If you see, he's got these little, like, tiny little French tip nails.
Aw, how
It's so cute.
adorable.
He's a
All right,
chewer.
what's his favorite color?
I've been joking that he's like slightly extra dark, crispy fried chicken. Um, hey, let go of the sweater.
Oh,
He's
good
he's
luck with that with a puppy.
yeah, he's a little rascal.
Yeah, apparently.
We just woke up from a nap, and so I was like, ooh, before I get on the live and start showing some microzone stuff and get the microscope out, we'll play with the puppy for a minute.
Awesome. That sounds great. And so what's your favorite color?
Um, so it's always been kind of a toss-up. Blue was usually my go-to, but purple is like, as my wife says, I like the idea of purple, but since I'm colorblind, I can't usually see it.
Oh, yeah. Oh, that follows, and that's an interesting. I'm asking about color very much because of the way that you compose a cabochon, and what is alluring to you as a worker of rocks, and then obviously also the way you combine different rocks into a piece, like if you're making a multi-stone piece of jewelry. And so, how interesting to
Mm.
consider, like those that are colorblind might do, more contrasty pieces, huh?
Yes, I love contrast. Some people tell me they really dislike the blue and orange contrast and how vibrant it can be, but I love it. I love like that blue-orange contrast, but I usually avoid like greens and browns, on that subject because at least greens, like serpentines and stuff, because I'm not too good with seeing a lot of greens.
Uh-huh.
Hey, let go. That
That's
hurts.
like one of the most popular ones that drops out first in those exams, right? When they do your little dot
Yeah,
exams.
he's biting
Yeah.
the camera.
That's awesome. I love this dog. And Cliff, welcome in and is saying that it looks like ocean scenic stone, like the gem silica, which I agree. At the very least, the one that Miss Allison had over there. And yes, Phil, sharp puppy teeth. They are so cute, and yet like you just feel perforated after playing.
Yes. Yeah, he leaves a few little marks.
Like, and you don't even realize how perforated until you go to do the dishes or something, and you're like, "Oh my gosh, like I am injured." Um,
He does
yeah,
play fetch somewhat sometimes. Come here, AJ, bring it. Yeah.
doing really good for a little doggy. Okay, we'll move on.
Anyway, yeah.
Like
Who
we
else is
could
here?
play with the dog all evening long. Total showstopper right
Right.
here. Like we just want to watch a doggy for a while. Puppy cam is a thing. You know, I
Yeah.
should have done that when we had our herd of puppies here. And Soul, before we wrap that up, what kind of puppy is he? And you said it before, and I'm not going to even attempt. So you better
Yeah,
do
no
it.
worries. It's Cabapoo, Cabapoo. If you look up Cabapoo, the puppies look very different when they're pups versus when they're adults. He will definitely not stay quite as cute, but it'll still be very cute.
Oh,
It'll still be very cute.
yeah, never ugly.
No.
Okay. Well, thank you for indulging us with this adorable rock dog. And
Yeah.
I'm gonna bring Mr. Freeform Lapidary up onto the stage next. How you doing, Caleb?
I'm doing pretty good. How are you guys?
Oh, wonderful. Is that like, am I answering for everybody? Is everybody good?
Yes.
I guess I shouldn't knee-jerk reaction on that, but so what is your favorite color, Caleb?
I don't know if I really have a favorite. I enjoy many colors, but I definitely tend to lean towards darker tones and colors, and that usually falls in with black as well. So probably black, but yeah, just dark tone colors I really like.
Black. That's
Hmm.
an interesting choice. And would you say that when you select colors, would you say that your favorite color does not necessarily coincide with the color that you like to work with as far as lapidary is concerned, or is it the same?
Oh, absolutely not. I work everything that I think has a cool color or pattern to it. Yeah, I will because
So
I work so much. I personally, when I'm working like with the lavender stuff, I love my turquoises. I love purple, all kinds of different purple rocks, and so yeah, it just depends.
right. I mean, I understand being equal opportunity. I fall in love with darn near every single specimen unless it's like it misbehaves, you know? So
Right?
everything that like passes through my fingers, I'm like, oh, you're not my new favorite thing of all time. And yet at the same time, some things do make me absolutely gush. Like the color of, good varicite or turquoise just
Oh
kills
yeah.
me inside.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, which
Yeah,
I'm
I
seeing a
feel
little bit
that.
on yours. Yeah, you're killing me, Holmes. Yeah.
Yeah. There's good stuff.
Yeah, super good. All right, well, I'll accept that. And is that what you've got going on for tonight? Is what's hanging out on those dots? Is that your project?
There's some varicite, some turquoise, and some chrysocolla on the DOPS currently. I might do a little bit of that stuff as well as throw in some oddballs. I did a pretty big cleanup of my shop recently, so all of my, little slabettes and stuff are in trays here next to me. So I'll probably rifle through those and find some cool things to work on along the way.
Awesome. And we want to know your favorite colors in the chat too. And you can even add why. And if it is different than your lapidary pleasure, as opposed to say like the very favorite color that you want to see around your household or wear or whatever. And so thank you, Jahik. And we're going to move on over to Ryan. Ryan is in the house. How you doing?
Good. How are you?
Great.
I'm in short.
And
I'm in short sleeves in the shed.
no way.
The heat.
Oh
The
my
heat.
gosh.
The heater's running, but I'm still in short sleeves.
What a wonderful thing. And yeah, you were saying something like it's in the 50s?
Yeah, I think at least the app said it got up to 52 today.
Wow, good for you. It's 52 right here right now as well. But
Supposed
I
to be
mean,
warmer tomorrow, I think.
yeah, we are getting hammered by a bunch of wind and water
Yeah.
at the same time. So it's a soggy 52, that's for sure.
Yeah, we got the wind.
And welcome in, Adriana. It's so good to see you from Romania, Rockhound. And thanks for popping in and hanging out. And Soul is saying that it got 50 there too. It seems like everybody's getting a chance to thaw out. Congrats on on good temperatures for everybody. And so Ryan, what and yeah, big thumbs up over there from Allison. What is your favorite color?
I guess my favorite color, in a way, has always been red. Um, for some reason, especially kind of the darker reds.
Darker reds. All right. And so is that what you like to work with as far as lapidary is concerned? Or is it just a general, like, I just love darker reds for everything?
Just kind of that's general.
Uh-huh.
Vehicles tended to be that color, except a couple. But yeah,
Yeah, like
there is nothing that kind of stands out than a kind of a real bright glossy red if you can get it to shine up that way. So
yeah. Yeah, I was just gonna say like a cherry red car, especially if
yeah,
it's a classic, kind of does
yeah.
make my knees weak. So I
Well, I'm
hear
even
you
talking
there.
rocks.
And those. Yeah, I just
Yeah,
finished a
I never.
cherry red rock
Yeah,
too. Yeah.
yeah. I never really kept my cars very clean, so they're more utilitarian for me. So
Gotcha. Right on. Well, thank you so much. And what you got going on there? It looks like some more red, eh?
it's kind of a oranges, burnt oranges to black. I got it in the mystery box that I got from Kyle.
Oh,
So
nice.
I thought it would be a good night to. Made slabs out of them last week when it was cold, since I could still use the saw. But yeah, so we'll start with this tonight.
Looking good. Thank you. And we also have Ma here tonight.
Yeah, I
Ma,
probably will be on mute probably a lot because I got the heater going and on the wheels. So.
okie dokie. Well, we'll have to unmute you if you need to speak. Then don't forget. Thanks. And we are gonna bring Ma on in here. Good to see you, Ma.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How are you?
Fine.
Good. And I bet you that nobody in the chat would be able to guess what
Never.
Ma's favorite color is, but why don't you go ahead and fill us in on that?
It's pink.
Indeed.
Not to like wear or anything, and not to like decorate my house with, but it's just I like pink.
Yeah, yeah. And what's so neat about the pinks that occur in lapidary or in geology is you get like you're treated to such a fun array of pinks,
Yeah.
Most of the pink stones are really fancy.
True.
Yeah, like rhodochrosite and tourmaline, the pink ones that I can think of, like right off the top of my head, K-spar, like they're not like, just little shrinking violets at all.
That's true. Yeah, I mean, I think my favorite. You put my favorite rock and my favorite color together, and you get Ohio Vanport Flint. That's my absolute favorite.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
Like I like it a soft pink.
Nice. Yeah,
Don't know
I
why.
mean, but fantastic. And so what do we have going on as far as what you're working on tonight?
I'm working on some Brazilian agate, and this is a
Ooh.
piece that broke, as you can see. There's a crack right there. And I filled it with some resin, and I'm just cabbing the whole thing because I think it'll look really cool. So that's what I'm doing. So
Yeah,
we'll see.
that's super cool.
Yeah, I mean, it's like
So-
it was, and so what was I going to do with it? But I just think that it'll be neat.
So is
go
the
ahead.
void that left side of the stone, is that all resin then?
That all the clear right there.
Yeah.
It's
Wow,
a
that
little,
is really
scuffed
cool.
up right now. Yeah, we'll see how it turns out. I'm excited to see what it looks like. And then I've got some little earrings I'm making. This is also Brazilian agate.
Beautiful.
Yeah, that's what I'll be working on.
Those are hot. Talk about contrast. And Val, good to see you. Thanks for coming in. And Patricia, you are here and you are alive. And we're so happy that you made it. And Val is saying, I entered 2 cabs, first time making, put it up on Discord somehow, selected my ID pick, really didn't want that one on one top and central. That stuff, it shouldn't be too hard to change, but that's awesome. I'm gonna have to go check that out on the Discord. I haven't been recently, but
I did see that, and I was going to respond to help them out actually, so I can give them a hand in the Discord when I'm done here.
Awesome, thank you, Chris. And the selection and submissions of the Discord February contest are fabulous, you guys. Thank you so much for your participation and sharing your beautiful work. I mean, it has been such a neat thing to see how different people decide to express the live edge solution, solve the problem. Amber Andrews is here. I've been missing you around. I think she must have been busy for a bit because it seems like I haven't seen you much. So I'm so glad that you are here tonight as well. What I'm going to be working on is actually, I just brought something out of, let me see if I can add myself to the stage here. And so we'll do this. I've got like all of this jewelry shrapnel of projects that are in limbo, but I did fire this today earlier. And this is, if you are unfamiliar with sand casting, this is one of the styles of a casting cylinder for sand casting. So I was doing some of that earlier today. And I thought I would go ahead and work on this with you guys, but I haven't taken this out yet. And so here's our project, and that's what it looks like after you've poured your molten metal in. And it's looking a whole lot like a heart, but it's actually a shark's tooth. I should actually go up and get the original so that you guys can see that too. But there is our shark's tooth that I poured. And so now we have a cute little sterling silver shark's tooth instead and get to make a cool piece of jewelry out of that little guy. So I will be cutting the sprue off and deciding, like doing a composition, and that's what I've got the pen and the book out for, is after we get the sprue off, we can start composing a piece of jewelry. And oftentimes I like to draw something out first. I was talking to some folks last night, and we were saying how a lot of times you can compose the piece completely in your mind first and then kind of backwards engineer from there, and then you have a good game plan. And I would love to hear how other people plan their projects so that they know as they're going along that they're running towards the right goal, because it can be hard to put that sort of thing together. And winging it. Yeah, that's one way. Seat of thy pants is one way to do it. A shark's tooth set on a silver heart sounds really cool to me. Oh yeah, no kidding. That would be really cool. So I would love for you guys, if you'd like to play along in the chat and help, do some jewelry design. That's what we're going to be working on. Robert, always see it first in your mind. And so, yeah, it really, really helps to be able to visualize and then kind of, like I said, backwards engineer, and where your forward momentum and the engineering meet, then you're in for it. And it looks like we've got this here from Chris.
I was gonna say, or you end up here where you don't plan and you are in the end, like, oh no, what do I do next? I should have watched some videos. I didn't get enough wires. Now it can't look like a tree, and then it just gets weird.
I love the get weird part of a project. My mom and I used to always say it like that's your dirty closet part of the the project, when everything just seems like it's in disarray, but then you get it, then you pull it around the corner and organize and hopefully, make something that is just spectacular with the
Yeah.
solution.
I might have to retry this one, plan it out, do it properly, because the way this cab is, it kind of looks like leaves around it. That's what I thought it would look like, is branching out to be leaves around the
There you
edge.
go. Yeah.
So, gonna do a take two and retry this one, but almost came out nice. The trunk and root part I thought was kind of cool,
Oh yeah.
but I don't know. I think it became like 1 in the morning on the top part, and I just was like, it got weird, and I was like, yeah, we're done. I'm gonna try a new one.
Right on. Well, I always love seeing, most of us love to show off like our very best pieces, right? But I love
Right.
seeing ones that might not have gone so well and why, and sharing like what the solutions might be and stuff like that. I mean, one is great because you feel great about having done something awesome. But
Yeah.
then there's the flip side of it where we all learn so much from the failing forward, is what Theo always likes to say, that you fail forward. And Val really loves the Scotty Creek stuff, amethyst and serpentinite and druzy. How can it get better? And I don't know that it can. Like serpentinite being like that yummy, either like a really bright green all the way through to a forest green, just dependent on what kind of serpentinite or serpentine it is. And then with purple, that sounds really fantastic. We've got folks doing taxes. Yeah, boy. All kinds of fun there. And I haven't seen people's favorite colors. I know it's like a weird question to ask because it's a hard one. It's like asking somebody's favorite band or something. It's always so hard and it's almost unfair. But I think that it's really interesting to hear the different approaches to like your favorites and then applying them into our lapidary world. We've got Prairie Girl Rocks. Allison is showing off some nice twisted pieces there. Tell us what we're looking at here.
Some stuff that I've cut and tumbled. So I didn't like hand cab these or anything, but beautiful, beautiful pieces.
Mm-hmm.
I love the little druzy pocket in there. This is a Montana agate.
Oh yeah.
That's lovely.
Yeah, that is so killer.
I'm not the greatest wire wrapper in the whole wide world, but
I like that one right there.
I do things, I do stuff.
I do things.
So, and I've got a catastrophe one that, one of those 3 a.m. that I probably, and I had an idea too. It just, I didn't finish it and it didn't work out. And so I've got one of those that looks similar to Rufo's.
Oh, that's off to such a nice start though. I want you to
I like that one a lot.
That is so cool. Yeah. I mean, that's awesome.
Did not happen the way I thought it would. Like all my ends are just so shoddily done and it just was like such a train wreck. I can totally do better. So it just sits in there, wires sticking out, being a hazard and the whole bit. And someday I'll circle back around and try it again.
Like every single time when you're showing stuff and with Rufos too, I'm like tempted to put my glasses on. It's like the knee-jerk reaction,
Because
like
I'm gonna stick you like right in the eye with my
just because I see those wires going around and I have poked myself in the eye with my wire so many times when I'm working on something that I'm
super not nice when you do that too. It's a bummer.
It's a super big insult because you can't stop crying and you're still trying to work, and yeah, it's bad. And so we've got favorite color is green for Cynthia, and so Amber, two great minds agree on green for sure. And the Tree of Life wrap is not something I do well. Have wasted a lot of wire trying. Oh, feeling you there. And I think I saw somebody, it must have been maybe Cheryl, was talking about melting stuff down once you've like decided that you don't like it.
Right. What do I
Yeah.
do with my balls of wire that are like ruined? Like, what kind of
I've tried to
scrap can I
talk my
turn that
kid into
into?
melting it down and, into a little amalgam of metals so I could like bang it out into a little setting. But
Right. Oh, hey, that's not a bad
he's
idea. Just
he's
start
never tried. He's
melting
got a
together.
forge. He should do that for me.
I was literally I poured an ingot last night, and I've been working it on the mill last night and today. It's on its way to becoming wire. That was, an ingot little kind of a tube that I created with the sand casting to get the wire started. But yeah, that's the thing. That's what you do with your scraps. Melt it down and either make an ingot so that you can mill it out into something. Or if you don't have the technology to be able to do that, you can always send it back to one of the outfits like Rio Grande, or one of them will pay you for, or, give you credit towards a purchase when you send in your silver. So, or precious metals of any kind, really.
Yeah, interesting. I save all my precious metals. I stack my silver and gold.
Yeah. And so different ways to, like, if you need to recover that wire.
Yes.
That's basically what we're talking about. Either melt it down yourself or send it to somebody else that can and get some money so that you can buy more wire and repeat and rinse and repeat and
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I don't think about the silver wire too. I forget about that. I'm not up to the fancy silver wire yet.
Right. And yeah, like melting down copper isn't really something. I mean, you have to have a lot of heat for that. That's more forge stuff. And Rockin' Wheelers loves all the rocks and the colors. And we've got some beautiful crystals coming in hot. What have we got there?
Nice vanadinite.
Oh man, I was watching that the other night. Man, just drooling over your stuff there, Chris.
Yeah, that's a little preview. I will have to be back and share more with you guys in a little bit. I am just about to head out the door and take my mother-in-law to the airport, and then I'll come back and can hang out, and we can pull out the microscope and do a little microzone with these too, and like look at these little
Sweet.
babies on the back and stuff.
Oh my gosh, look at those cuties. Yeah, we need to get a closer look at that. That is fantastic. I love vanadinite. Da, 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 da.
Vanadinite. Da, 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 da.
Just can't help myself. Oh my gosh, you've got a lot of it there.
Oh, it's a box of like, yeah.
Yeah, because like, here I was feasting on that one, and then you like reached down into the chocolate box and like grabbed another one. I'm like, wait,
Oh, yeah.
what? Are you even serious?
Oh yeah, this was a grab from Tucson. I got a whole box of vanadinite.
Oh, yes, you did. Yeah, and Amber is saying that is gorgeous, and Val is saying she was amazed that her photos went up. Yay! Like, congratulations for being able to operate it. I know, like, all that stuff is weird when you first get started, for sure. And Benjamin, welcome in. Don't worry about that eye. You were blessed with a spare. Thank you, Benjamin. I guess that is why we have two eyes. And Rockin' Willers is saying that opal is his favorite because it's Rosie's birthstone, and that you get all of the different colors in.
Right, the rainbow.
So, yeah, that does make sense. And everybody is like wowing, and between the doggy and your vanadinite, we could all just settle in and watch.
I'm glad I could share the puppy a little bit, but yeah, I'm gonna take off now. Take my mother-in-law and the pup to the airport, and I'll be back to share more with y'all in about an hour.
Perfect. We will see you, and let's cruise back on over here and see how Ryan's DOP is going. And Julie says that she loves all colors, can't pick one. And I know it's a cruel question to ask. I just, there's got to be one that you especially love finding in your claim or something. And Ryan, how is that going?
Going pretty good. if I can get it a little ways so you can actually see it.
Oh yeah.
It's staying together here so far. And,
Oh, for some reason that's reminding me of a ladybug or something.
or something, yeah.
Or something.
I don't know. I think Kyle said, is it Eagle Rock Mountain? Or something Eagle something or other.
Uh-huh.
Said someplace he'll never go back to again because it's too steep, and he climbed all the way to the top to get this, so he'll never do it again.
Wow. So that red is representing Kyle's blood, sweat, and tears.
Yeah. Something like that.
And the blackness of his heart against it. No, that's a cool provenance to have with that pretty little stone. You're doing a great job there. I love it.
Thank you. Even though it's oval.
Even though it's oval. Hey, you know, I set that that oval that Mom made, and you know those things turn out nice.
Yep.
So I'm not a hater. Oh look,
I'm just a joker. Oh, if you guys, you switch back real quick.
Yeah, she was just showing the ring, so I was giving her an opportunity for that, and then I'm bringing you back. So there's an oval.
Sorry.
Thanks for letting me play with that. That was a really fun project, Ma.
Thank me. Come on. It's the most
privileged
ever.
I was honored that she wanted me to set that bad boy. So, all right, thank you, Ma.
This is just kind of a PSA more than anything, or if somebody sees there, they might see an extra wheel on my cabbing machine this week.
Oh yeah, wait a second.
This is I didn't specifically state. I got 2 new hard wheels. I think we talked about maybe that on the last one, and I talked to you on Discord. The Cab King textured wheels. I found out that they are really aggressive, so you almost have to have, if you're moving from a 220 regular to a 220 textured, you have to have something in the middle. Otherwise, you're not going to be able to get it out with your 280 soft wheels. So luckily my Covington is just one long shaft, so I was able to squeeze in another wheel, and I'll use this at least for a while.
Wow. Yeah, you're gonna have to keep us updated on how that comes along as far as how you feel about those wheels. It's interesting when somebody is testing a product in real time for us, especially if you find that it's not performing the way that you expected. You know, that's highly informative for all of us. And so keep us updated on that. But meanwhile, your machine looks really sexy with 7 wheels on it. That looks like fun.
Yeah. At least I'm not in there with the 9 tails. That would be a little. And before I do that, I'm going to be putting my armor on my fingers before I get too far along here. So.
Right on. And Boots' color is orange. I love that. Orange is such a juicy color. You know, I think of oranges, you know, or just all like mango and all the things that are orange that are just delicious. And so it's definitely a delicious color. And Ryan is putting his finger tape on, which boy, oh boy, that like there's just no better thing if you need it. Then there's nothing else that will stand and, you know, help you any more than that, for sure.
At least I'll do it on 2 hands, 2 fingers on one hand and 1 on the other.
Yeah, because you just like having your skin. Skin is so nice to have in those places.
Yes. I haven't seen bone yet, but close ones. The edges of wheels are killers.
They sure are.
For anybody that's new to the whole game in a cabbing machine, do not hit the edges of wheels with your joints.
No. Yeah, it reminds me of Mechanics Knuckles, you know?
Yes.
Yeah, that. And we've got Jawhick over here. He doesn't need them because he's a professional.
Yeah, let's go with professional.
He's a man.
And a manly man.
I definitely chew up my fingernails, as you can see a little bit right there, but I don't usually, my skin isn't affected usually. It's just my fingernails. I get in there and yeah, we make them paper thin sometimes.
The wafer thin fingernails. Yeah. That's a pretty stone you got going on there. What are we working on there?
This is a piece of Royal Aztec. It's a purple agate. This one's cut the wrong way, so the banding is all this direction. And so you get kind of like, this one's not showing it too much, but you can see the tops of whatever the banding would have been. And then this side's got like a bit of the crusty edge, so I'm coming through the top of that. So if some of that sticks around, it might make a cool little pattern in the center of the stone, maybe.
Neat.
Instead of having a clean one this direction, I'm going to go for an inclusion in this one.
Yeah, that is cool. So another interesting way of dealing with a problematic stone, how to make the solution be something that is even better than you expected.
Right, embrace it sometimes. You never know what you'll end up with. I know I would end up with a clean stone there and it would look really good, but I don't know. I've cut a bunch of this stuff and they look great, but I haven't done this, so let's try this.
Right on. Yeah, looking good. And just one more rock has slid in, and I loved your live, man. Whoa. Okay, while I am yammering, look at that flipping stone. Oh gosh. What is that?
I'm not sure the provenance on this. A friend of mine gave it to me yesterday, and she was saying it was somewhere from Africa, but I keep forgetting where. Reminds me of like Idaho sea maggot a little bit, but I don't think it is. Pretty interesting stuff. All the reddish pink tones are nice hard material, and the green's a bit soft. So it's giving me a little bit of texture and then a little bit of dullness, but I'll use a couple different polishing methods to try to get a decent shine on it. But I love the colors and pattern here.
Oh, it looks like a fractal design. That just, it makes you need to get closer and closer, which I love stones that look great from far away. Like if you see it on somebody's bracelet, like the next table over at a restaurant or something like that, you're like, wow, cool. But like, I love the ones where if it's a ring stone or something like that, and you observe it closer and closer and closer, and it still is rewarding you every single time you get closer to the stone. Yeah. That's that kind of stone right there. And then opals and anything that's chatoyant or anything like that, it just invites you to come into its inner space. I love that.
Me too. It'll be fun to look at that a little bit closer under the microscope, or not microscope, but just under magnification, and get a better look at what's going on with it.
Indeed, we'll get a microscope so that we can look at that under the microscope too.
For real.
Yeah, it's an infection. Everybody's getting them. Come on, peer pressure. Everybody's got one. Mandarin garnet. I agree. Boot. Oh my gosh, those mandarin garnets are insane. I just love the juiciness of that. And somebody else, those resemble the orange version of olivine. Yeah, all of those are so unique and beautiful. Just gotta love that. Rock stopped in to say hi, like and bye. Much more respect for the golden wrenches now. Oh, that's sweet. Hopefully my eyes will uncross and my brain will unfog. You did a great job, Rock, there over on Just One More Rock. And I did want to mention, if you didn't have a chance to catch the 500 subscriber celebration over on Just One More Rock's channel, go check it out because it was a fun time watching a bunch of his gift stones and then some of his personal stones go by. Really, really cool rock show. And then, and then there was a premiere, I guess, is what I'm also thinking of. So there's a video to watch, and then also his live stream. And make sure to go subscribe. Super fun channel over there. And that's a nice purple. It's like fixing a bad tattoo because it was cut wrong. It might be a gift in his hands. You never know. But yeah, you don't want the no regrets tattoo at all.
Not a good look.
No. And so, Ma, let's have a look at that coolness. Oh yeah, it's getting shinier.
Shinier.
Ooh.
I'm just getting like, it tends to, as it gets towards the end, it gets a little line. I'm trying to just smooth that down on the corners. That's what I'm working on.
Yeah.
But it's looking good. I had to dop it up. I always dop things up when I'm doing dome stuff until I get to around 600, and then I can do it with my hand. But
yeah, there's no sense in ruining your fingerprints on that and losing all that skin.
I tend to have a lot more control when I feel like I have more control when I'm using this to do
Agree.
this. Fingers,
For sure. Yeah, the fingers are awfully large diameter tools,
Yeah.
to manipulate things with. And so sometimes, it feels like you're trying to manipulate a small stone with wet sausages or something. And you're like, yeah, I know.
Yeah. Very well put.
Thank you. Only been there and done that a few times, like over the last 24 hours. So, and let's see what we've got going on here. All right. Yeah. See, you're blowing up, man. Right on. No, that was a really good time. And Chris is saying that is gorgeous. And it is. So Chris be throwing down some truth right now. And let's see. Or a wet noodle boot. Yeah, that's when your fingers are so tired that they just don't even do the things that you want them to do. Wet noodles. I don't imagine that you ever get that going on, do you, Allison? Trying to play the bass after manipulating things with your fingers too long.
Oh man, yeah, totally. And it'll make you say things that'll make sailors blush because you're capable, but you can't make your hands do it. And so your mouth is trying to compensate for the lack of communication between your fingers and your brain.
Right?
Yeah.
That is the most perplexing.
It gets crazy. It gets crazy. I finished these pieces up, and I'm going to cut up some stickers that I always put Prairie Grow Rock stickers in with my jewelry and get them ready to go out the door.
Nice.
Yeah, I love your stickers. Yeah, you gotta I love that you include the swag in there. I have one of your stickers on my fastening machine.
Heck yeah.
Heck yeah. Like, all right, score. Clack. And of course, there's a World of Rock Hounds one on there as well. Good to see you, Kyle. Thanks for slipping on in. We're doing like that marathon live stream thing, you guys. Like by default.
Yes. And I also have, other stickers. I've got a Soul Adventurist, a Kyle World of Rock Hounds. I've got Rufo. I've got all kinds of stickers on my big saw.
Well, we are hoping to see you, Kyle. We want to see you whip out a cab. That would be awesome. And
you should whip it out with us.
Well, that's what he's saying.
Oh. I thought he was just saying he was going to try to get one done for the contest.
So that could be. We'll have to see. But he also has an invitation waiting for him. So if he wanted to jump on, he can.
Okay, good.
So we might get like all sorts of instant grat from all different directions if he not only makes a submission but also joins the live. I mean, just it would be just so Kyle-tastic. And I would like to invite Mr. Turtle Montana in. And somebody, I think it might be you, Mr. Turtle Montana. You've got a lot of noise on that. I love your cabber. I love that badge right there. How you doing, Turtle?
Good. Can you guys hear me?
We can hear you.
Too much noise? I can kill the headset, or I can adjust the audio if need be.
I would just say, yeah, when not hanging out with all of us chatting, then maybe mute while you're on even just the hard wheels. Sometimes the softer wheels don't sound so bad.
Sure, no problem.
Yeah, but
So my favorite color is purple.
I'm glad that you joined us. Yep.
I am making a cabochon out of the crazy lace agate that I picked up in Tucson.
Ooh,
this one is pretty neat. I'm hoping to use this live edge here for my cab for the contest.
Lovely.
I don't have a lot of time, but thankfully I have some really good friends that are helping me whip this out. I don't know what the shape is going to be yet. I'm kind of just going to grind on it, and then it's going to tell me what shape it is, wants to be. And then
so pretty though.
Kind of go from there.
I love that attack. When I'm feeling like super creative, I love picking out a hard stone that doesn't know what it wants to be yet and just going with the flow and just having an abstract moment with it. Is that kind of what you're doing?
Yep.
Are you feeling pretty abstract and crazy?
I am feeling very abstract.
Excellent. It sounds like you're in the perfect mind place for that.
Yep. And then at the end, if I get it finished, then we'll give it away.
Oh, cool.
I just have to take some photos for the contest.
Aw, I love that big druzy pit that you've got going on there too.
I did too. That this bot hole is brought to you by Arizona Rockhound Expeditions.
Oh shoot! I should have had their logo loaded so I could just do a little ad really quick. Awesome.
I can still plug them real quick.
We really need to get them to sponsor you, Karen.
I'm sorry, what?
Sponsorship.
Yeah.
Oh, we get a sponsor.
This minute brought to you by and the numbers 4 and 2.
Right?
Yeah. I do got to say though, if anybody's on the fence whether or not they're going to go out to Brian and Julie's claim, you should not contemplate it. You should just do it. It is the most amazing experience, and they have just the best rocks, and the abundance is just absolutely absurd. I had to high grade every single one I picked up. I'm like, oh crap.
Crap 15.
Everyone was. I had like one that was a Librite, and that was it.
You would pay to go out on the claim just to hang out with those guys.
Yeah.
Oh, I did. So we got out to the.
They're so much fun.
We got out to the bot hole or the ash hole, and Brian and I just kind of sat down on a rock and we just started talking for like over an hour.
Oh,
and he's like, "Well, we came here to pick rocks." I'm like, "Yeah, well, I'm more interested in the conversations and the relationships rather than the rocks, but I guess we should." And then I picked like, oh my gosh, a bucket, 3 potato sacks full, plus Brian's side pouch. I filled that up, and he hiked it all out for me. Yeah. He's a beast. Man.
Brian was your mule? That's amazing.
He was my freaking mule.
Oh,
he insisted on it. Oh, dude, yeah. I mean, this is a top-notch outfit. They have everything prepared. They are very knowledgeable, and the road in there is like, oh my god, fun. We went rock crawling. There's like 10-foot rocks you got to climb up with your truck. It was very fun. A little bit scary.
But it sounds like so much fun. I can't wait to go. I like, your endorsement is just yet another on the very tall stack of a Yertle the Turtle style, like carrying to go with those guys. And
Well,
so
in
you'll have
turtle style, I'll tell you a little story. I am a big fan of the milk. I love the dairy. And so I had a gallon of milk in the back of the car that I got for breakfast. And I was changing my shoes and I sat down and I stood up and apparently my butt was wet and it was the milk. I had sat on the gallon of milk.
no.
And then I didn't think anything of it. If I just got on my pants, and then my son opened the back of the Bronco, and we were parked uphill, and he opened the rear, the door, and all of a sudden milk started pouring out the back. And he said, "Father, why is there milk pouring out the back?" And apparently it spilled from the front seat all the way back out the end. So
Dude.
smelling pretty ripe in there right now.
Oh. Yeah, that's not something you want to have happen anywhere, but especially not in Arizona,
No,
Yeah, that's going to get cooked and curdled darn quick.
Yep.
Yeah.
Free cottage
Oh.
cheese in about 3 days, guys.
Turtles, Lapidary, and cheese.
Right.
We have another ad going on right now.
Yes, I was actually assaulted by a guy who hit me with butter and cheese and milk. How dare he?
Wow.
How dare he? That's a good one.
Get out of here, Turtle.
I need to get my get out.
I'll show myself out. Thank you very much.
Right, where's the broom? All right.
Yeah.
Thank you, Turtle. And so
Thank you.
we'll keep track of what's going on with that. Rick Smith, I gotta ring the bell for you. I'll bring another beautiful vision of Ryan's rock here, but ringing the bell. Thank you so much, Rick. Rock. We love you, sir. And you did a great job over on that live. And I did see that also that just one more rock was sliding out. So thanks so much, Fred, for coming by. He said his rocks were missing him, and he was probably pretty overwhelmed from all of the radness of his premiere. And I believe that was his first live. And so really good job. And Robert is digging on the stone and the game plan. Very cool. Yeah, you guys were just laughing. And Brian had a great time with Mr. Turtle. A waterfall of milk. Yeah, that is just insane. And okay, homemade impromptu cottage cheese is not on Kyle's list of things that he's willing to eat. All right, thank you for that. And we are on the very last wheel before. Will you be finishing, Ryan, this with cerium, or are you going to use something else?
Unmute. I'll probably do cerium. I don't know if I'll do it tonight or if I'll wait till I have a couple of them. I do have the wheel on the end. I just don't know if I have any cerium mixed up right now.
Gotcha. All right. But I mean, it's looking so nice. I love it when a rock comes off of the last wheel already looking like you've already polished it.
Yeah, and you see that, and I haven't actually even started polishing the dome yet. I just was doing the girdle, so you can actually when you can actually see the individual LED lights, at least it makes me feel a little better.
Right? We were talking about that when we were doing the photography live. And, for me, a lot of the times, like being able to see the individual lights, like you just said, is the pay dirt. Mm-hmm. And it's not like you want to show that off like, hey, look at this. It's a mirror polish. It's interesting. The rock that I did in this copper ring. I'm just wearing the jewelry right now. It's not mine. But I took I took the copper that I actually got from one of Kyle's sales, the copper and dolomite. You probably remember those.
Yep.
And I polished the copper to like a mirror finish. I could see me taking the picture in the copper when I
That's
was
cool.
taking, yeah. And because it's metal. So instead of polishing it like a stone, I polished it along with the jewelry piece, if that makes sense, you know? So I was able to bring the copper up, and that was like a super fun time to see the stone actually change and the metal part become as shiny as the metal of the ring. And so Allison is going to get more tea. And we've got Jahik over here, still working on this guy. How is this coming along?
Pretty good, I think. I'm really liking just that little streak of that brown coming through there. And it kind of creating little orbs from pillows from that. Because I think it kind of matched the banding, what the banding tends to do, where it makes little high spots. So that's looking really cool. And then here, just beneath it, those white bits there are also mixed into the banding on top. And so it's creating kind of a really cool depth effect going on with this piece.
Heck yeah. And so this actually leads me, if you have a moment here, sometimes when you're looking at some of the top shelf cabochons, you're going like, wow, that's this kind of stone, but I've never seen that stone look that good. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. Totally.
And so you're kind of doing that right now. Like, is that one of the things that you try to do, is like find like a unique aspect of the thing that you're going for when you're framing the cab?
Absolutely. I mean, you know, you go online and you can find, or to a show, and you can find all of your run-of-the-mill materials and all of the standard look. It looks the same, and they're ovals or whatever shapes, and they all just look nearly identical to each other. And so I kind of tend to approach Lapidary in a little bit more of an artistic sense, where I'm trying to capture unique things and make stuff that you don't see every day. And it really does show, because when I go do sales and stuff like that, people they really look at something like this and go, wow, that is so cool. I've never seen the Royal Aztec with the brown in it like that. And it happens all the time with things that I cut. And so I'm really always going about trying to find cool features.
Yeah. I'm sorry, Ma?
I just said it looks awesome. It's very pretty.
Indeed. And I think that another appealing thing about what is going on in this one is not only is there like a ton more visual interest than if it was monochrome. So we have like a polychrome. But in addition to that, we actually are toying with the contrasting the complementary color.
Oh, yeah.
And so there's something like inherent about the composition that is working both in an artistic way, because we have positive and negative space with the islands of what that is, but also again, because I was really interested in color this evening, and that was why I asked you guys favorite colors and stuff like that. But look, we have like the complementary colors in one stone, and what a neat job it is doing as far as the contrast is concerned.
Yeah, I agree. This is just so great. I love the two colors, and I love the pattern that it's creating in this. And this will probably be, it's starting to look like one of my favorite pieces of Royal Aztec I've ever cut. So this is really cool.
Boom! How cool is that? And again, just one of those things where you're like, wow, that's a real special stone. Then I don't want to take away from any other stone as far as like saying that some of them just feel very run of the mill or what have you, but like it's that thing where you go like, wow, that is outstanding, and more of like an art piece than just like, I hate to say just another cab because I love them all, but
yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah, but there are standouts. Some things just stand out, and you really, you hit the floor when you see them. So
Right, right. We have somebody over on the Discord, Lakers Lapidary, and some of you might follow them on Facebook or on Instagram, or maybe one of the other socials. But it seems like that person is always able to find some of that individuality out of the cabochons, and you don't often see that person produce anything run of the mill.
Yeah.
Right.
And
Yeah. I check out their work. It's incredible.
yeah. And so I know that some of it is, throwing dollars at it. Like, you got to have a good eye. And when you're rummaging through the literal barrels of material, like, Turtle got to do, and I think that Turtle actually came back. Okay, so they're back on. Anyways, but so you have to have an eye for what the rough is going to look like, so that you can kind of like bend it into something exceptional. Or how do you feel about that, Jahik?
Oh yeah, for sure. Like I said, when you're chasing to make it look a little bit more unique, you can really try to work around some kind of inclusion or something that's in there to make it stand out. And so I definitely work around things and do that.
Yeah. And so I'm going to bring Turtle back on here. It seems like you maybe dropped off and then you came back or something like that. Sorry if I missed something, but you had the experience of actually being there in Tucson and rummaging through barrels. And so what was it like when you were trying to select your material?
Oh God, so overwhelming because there's just so much to look for. And of course, all the tops have been picked over. So the best way is to dig to the bottom of these barrels. And there's just so much material. Thankfully, most people have split bottles, so you can spray it and see what you're really looking at. But again, everything is it's magnificent. And it's so tough to figure out, what do I want to buy. So you end up buying all of it, and then you're freaking broke. But I met some really good people, just random strangers. As we're doing, searching the bins together, we kind of have that common ground. So immediately we have something in common, and start talking. And of course, the wives were, "Hurry up! You don't need to buy any more of that. You got too much. You don't even know what to do with it." And I'm like, "Well, that sounds familiar to me." And to the point where this guy says, Hey, honey, this is my new best friend. We got to move to Michigan." I mean, just really cool guys. But I didn't even get a look at not even a quarter of the stuff that they had at this one place, right? I mean, if you're going to go and seriously buy, you need to be there for like a week, because I spent all of one day just in Keno at the Keno show, and then all of that show was at like 2 vendors. There's so much. And I didn't even honestly realize what I had until I got home and started looking at it, and I thought, whoa, wow, that's a good eye there, Turtle. That's a good eye.
Well, at least you had that experience and not the opposite, where you're like, what was I thinking? But
right.
yeah, and I like the shaping that you're getting right now. The show is so overwhelming that even if you live there and you have the full, like if you count Jumpstart, you've got like 3 weeks of shopping, and you still can't see it all. You cannot see it all, and your eyes, after a certain amount of time, can't handle anymore either. Wow,
And your poor fingers, they just get all cut up. You got to wear gloves.
Yeah, it's just a lot. It takes a lot out of you, because there's a lot of walking and schlepping stuff around, and yeah, I mean, you are absolutely toast afterwards. And so what are we looking at here?
I don't know. So this was just in a random bin, and I think Julie and Brian got some of it. Maybe like tiger's tail or something like that. Something tail. I'm not sure exactly, but the I'll call them sutures. The detail that's in this thing is just it's pretty impressive.
Yeah, that is really lovely.
I can't find that Veracite, Karen. I wanted to show it off to you because it's absolutely beautiful.
And you can't find it. I'm gonna cry. Do you
I
really
know.
want
I'm
me
gonna
to
cry too because that
cry?
was my favorite rock.
Oh, I
I
can't
think
wait to see
Brian
that.
stole it.
No, he wouldn't.
No.
And
Yeah. Well, any explanation is better than the one that just says I lost it because I'm a bozo.
right. You'd much rather pass the buck on that. And by the way, Val, the fact that you had a goat pee in your car is just like that brings up so many questions to me. Like, what was the joke the goat doing in the car in the first place? But I'm so sorry that the goat did take a pee, and it took a whole year for it to dissipate. And then Arizona Julie is saying that that is tiger tail.
Yeah, that's it.
And yeah. And this is also beautiful that you're showing us here. Resort Dog, welcome in. And Soul would like to know, did you make any videos of your trip, Turtle?
No, but I did spend 5 hours in a live with Dave making a heart out of Tiffany stone.
I caught that.
That was fun. Poor Dave. I probably destroyed his wheels. I go through a 180 grit diamond wheel like one a month, it seems like lately.
Oh yeah. It definitely depends on what kinds of stones that you're using, how big the material is that you're hoping that stone will gobble up for sure. I'm telling you, between Montana agates and that flint from Ohio, I'm probably going to be wearing through my diamonds pretty quick.
Yeah, that stuff from Flint is wicked tough.
Yeah. Worth
One
it.
other story real quick. When I was at one of the shows, there was some Arizona rainbow petrified wood on sale for $1 a pound. And there was some Brian head agate for like $2 a pound.
Wow.
And I dug through and I found some really cool pieces. And then this lady was checking out and she was eyeing the pieces that I found. And she was begging for me to give them to her without actually even asking. But so I ended up giving them to her, and then she was super appreciative. And then I reached down in because, of course, I wanted a couple pieces. So I reached down in and I found the most amazing piece I've ever seen. And I said, "Thank you, ma'am, for taking those, because otherwise I would have looked in the bin again and found this one." And I said, "And no, you cannot have this one."
What was her face like?
Oh, she was like still super happy because I ended up paying for her rocks, but she was a really good conversation. She'd gone all around the world rock hounding, and her favorite place was Madagascar, and I was like, well, I wonder why. But that would be so cool just to go and rock hound in Madagascar, because there's something cool about finding. I love buying cool rocks, but if you found it yourself, there's a feeling that is just irreplaceable to know that you went out and you found it, and kind of makes it yours.
I agree.
It's interesting because it kind of goes both ways as far as and y'all can let me know what you think of this. There's the finding of rocks in the wild that is incredibly just so wonderful. But then not everybody can like go mine or go hound. And so there's something really, incredible about being able to go and out of like all of the entire, say, like gem show, any of the gem shows that you might be able to go to, but Tucson in particular, anything, being able to find the needle in the haystack there is really something too.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, and the key there is to look at the bottom of the bin, because everybody plays right on the top, right on the surface. Maybe it goes one layer deep, but I make room in another bin and I just start stacking one from the other, and actually get down there, a quarter of the way, halfway, and that's when you find all the good stuff.
Right. And what would you say, Allison?
Yeah, and I've never been to Tucson, but I've done some online shopping that I've felt nearly as successful as, a rock counting trip where I'm like, I scored, like, you can't believe this deal I found, or I won this auction, or so there is a
Yeah.
bit of a finder's glory even when it's not found in the field. But yeah, there's something to the latter part of the memory, if you did find it, that'll take you right back to that day. How was the weather that day? Did the dog get in the mud that day? Things that you might have otherwise forgot. So I love to have a find in the field, but there is such a thing as enjoying, a good score.
Yeah. I can't agree with you more as far as like the awesome score out in the wild is so gratifying. But then, Resort Dog is saying this here. Finding what you want is easier at a show, which is, so true in some ways, but then at the same time, again, if you're at Tucson, like, you are going to hotel after hotel after hotel and going through like hotel room and convention room after like and you're going like, okay, this really literally is becoming a needle in a haystack. I'm looking for, say, a certain kind of boulder opal that is going to do this certain thing because I've got a commission or something like that. I mean, you start to have to really, really hunt. Like, Turtle was saying, like getting down to the bottom of a barrel, or when you're doing the rough, sometimes you have to like ask, is everything out? What's what kind of, and so it becomes rock hounding.
It does, yes. Yes, I'm sure.
And your eyeballs just start getting frazzled from seeing so much. And so, there's I like hearing about both experiences, like I said before, because a lot of people can't go out and rock hound.
Yep.
They're just not in the right place. But there is a lot of gratification to sleuthing down, or even like you were saying online, when you like, oh my gosh, I'm actually gonna, this vendor, say it's like Kyle or somebody that you really know well, is showing me this great stuff, maybe behind the scenes, and I'm just gonna score a whole parcel, or there is such big gratification out of that too. So
yep.
Yeah. We want to celebrate
and
all the different ways.
That's oftentimes, a hard day's work too, or leaves your eyes burning at the end of the day too. So,
oh heck yeah!
But yeah, but
first world rock hounding, right?
But at least it's done from like, you don't even have to put your real pants on. Where when you're in Tucson, it's like a sensory overload.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
And no pants in Tucson either, just shorts.
Yeah.
It was nice. It was in the 70s.
Oh, that was the reason why I moved to Tucson, was because of going to Gem Show from California.
Oh man.
And yeah, I'd be in Northern California in February and it would be still raining, or it was cold, and it was like, the foggy bay. And so I'd go out to Tucson and it was bathing suit by the pool, and I was like, I need to move here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what happened. What were you saying, Turtle? Oh, I think he's muted.
I'm sorry. Yeah, I was just saying that you want to. I heard that if you want the deals, you got to get there like the first day of the show, because so many people, foreign buyers, just come in and say how much for all of it. I was talking to this one guy who set up. He was barely set up for 3 hours before someone came and just bought everything.
Yeah.
And so there's a lot of new material out there people are finding that has never been seen before, and it's selling out really, really fast. And also another tip is further away from the entrance, the better or the cheaper the material, right? Because you vendors get like nosebleed booths, way in the non-busy area. They usually have the best deals. And if you can buy the rough rocks and not the slabs, you're going to save a lot of money. That Varisite was only $8 a pound, but yet he was selling slabs for $40 each. So if you can process the rough, that's really your best way to go.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that you bring up a great point as far as there is a plan of attack for just darn near any rock sale. Like go hit the lonely guys. And you'll find out why they're the lonely guys. Either their prices are too high or they might just be around the corner and in a bad place and they're maybe willing to do some nice deals for you. But I agree with that 100%. Like some of the best deals I had were like these poor guys that, like, I remember at one of the shows I was at, Charo White was just coming out. And I was like, this stuff isn't even real. Like, what is this stuff? And the guy had the rough there to show, and he gave me a screaming deal because he literally just, like, everybody else looked so professional, and he had like a card table out with some pieces on it. And I was like, you can't be for real. This is like resin or something. And he's like, no, this is Charo White from Russia. And I mean, he was from Russia. He had like brought it to Tucson to sell. And I was like, no way. And so, yes, what Turtle was saying about, seeing some of the new stuff that's just getting discovered, like, yeah, and he could be around the corner and you might be able to pick it up for cheap. And again, at the same time, you have to watch for fraud too. Same.
Right.
Oh, show. And so we will slip on back over to Ryan and see what he's got going on here.
I moved on to a piece of Labradorite. It started off bigger, but I found a fracture in the middle. So I'm just going with it. It'll just mean it's a small one.
All right. Thank you for that. I'm like trying to catch up with all of y'all in the chat, having some great feedback going on. And like Resort Dog said, yeah, it's interesting to go during the jump start if you can possibly do it. And then, of course, there's quartzite that happens before that. And a lot of the stuff is, if you want great deals, then you can go to quartzite and catch it before it ever gets to Tucson even. So there's a lot of that. And World of Rockhounds is saying that I also heard that people often set up early and heard stories how other shop owners are rude to keep people from getting there early so that they can get in first. Yeah, there's just a lot of different dynamics. And so it's just nice to be able to like just get your credits and go to the jump start if you can. And then otherwise, like Quartzite is a really, really good show to go to also if you're looking for good deals before Tucson.
And Kyle, if you're on, I don't know if you were on when I started. This was a piece of the one rock that you sent me in the mystery box.
All right. And I do think it looks like he's here fairly freshly. But yeah, it's interesting what Resort Dog says here too, as far as creepy guys and not rich enough looking. Yeah, some of the dealers, like, they are expecting that you're throwing down for like whole parcels. And so that's another thing. It just depends on what at what level are you coming in as far as what you're throwing to the dealers. Definitely. And Resort Dog is saying it's very rude to barge into a dealer setting up and asking to be left alone. That's for sure. I think that courtesy is one of the biggest commodities that the dealers really, really respect when you go to a show. Actually, like not walking up while videoing, not making public their prices. A lot of things, if you ask first, it's really, really good form, so that there's just a lot of respect being shared, and they'll appreciate you very much if you show them a lot of courtesy. You can only imagine how burnt out they get, you know, considering as a shopper you get burnt out. Imagine being on the sales side of it. It's just really, really difficult. And so we will switch on over to see what Caleb is up to here.
Had to step away for a moment there to do a rock evaluation for the club, but I'm back now. And we're working on the 1200 grid at the moment, and you can see it's already starting to take in a bit of a polish here.
Oh yeah.
We got through all the important scratches, and we're looking pretty good. I was making sure my girdle was pretty good. There's a couple little scratches on my girdle here, but I'm not really that worried about that stuff at the moment. But yeah, looks pretty good. I went. You can see in the light here, I left some of these pits in here, up in the corner here, and then down below. I'm not opposed to leaving imperfections like that in a stone if I'm pretty happy with the, you know, the overall shape and size of it already. Like this is pretty standard, you know.
Oh yeah,
For,
that's an easy keeper as far as something to set.
and so I don't want to keep going. To keep going, I could chase that. You don't know, you know. It's like kind of like if you guys have ever seen Dustin Thomas when he's looking at his opals and he's grinding into them, using his lights and trying to see how deep some of the mud or, you know, whatever goes in there. And you can just chase something into oblivion and totally have a bad time. And so sometimes, you know, a little bit here and there totally does not hurt the stone at all. So you don't have to feel like you have to get everything out. But I'm really happy with this so far.
Yeah, that's looking super good. It's been so fun to see your plan of attack from the way that it looked before you started to now.
Yeah.
Very cool. And that opal guy, absolutely. I love all of what you just said there. That you kind of earn getting that preferential treatment for sure. And Amber saying finishing my third return since I got. Oh, right. You're hanging out doing people's returns. And so thank you for doing people's taxes. What's that, Ma?
Said poor Amber.
I know, right?
She's had a very, very busy tax season so far.
Uh-huh. That must be why we haven't seen her around very much.
Exactly why we haven't.
Oh dear. You know, I hate just doing one.
Right.
Yeah.
Compensated fairly for that headache.
I sure hope so. And yet don't we love our accountant so much?
If I had one, I probably would.
Yeah. Yeah, we kind of have to.
Right.
Yeah, and so anyways, thank you for being you, Amber, and I hope that you are being at least entertained by some pretty rocks going on here. And Resort Dog is saying half the time it is your neighbors who are already set up, as they will be busy when the shows open. Outdoor shows are different, much more village like. Yeah, and so from a vendor side is where Resort Dog is chatting about, which I know maybe some of you all have done the vendor side, but it is really, really taxing. Like it takes so much out of you to not only be happy, cheery, good customer service person, but also keeping a really sharp eye on if anybody's stealing, and, you know, just all of the things that make it kind of anxiety provoking. You know, and that's on a good day without like having like, you know, high winds and weather or something like that in the tent. So
I can speak a little bit
Caleb?
to that.
Yes, please.
Working some smaller shows in our local area, you know, definitely I would advise being patient with vendors if they're busy with people. You know, you can always step away and come back, and you know, don't be rude because
right.
You know, it is very taxing. Even just like a couple of days at a smaller show. I mean, I get, a little burned out on sitting there and talking with, even though I love doing it, it's very taxing on your psyche. And,
Yeah.
I definitely remember my really good customers, and I remember some of the rude ones, and I will give better deals to people when they're like just kind and patient.
Yep.
It can go a long way. Like, yeah, people remember. Vendors will remember you if you're rude and if you're nice.
Oh, and exactly. Yeah, we had a couple of connections after the course of time where, it's such a great feeling not only to the vendor but to the customer when you walk in and they're like, "Hey," and you're like, "Hey," and that like it's gonna be a good time, and it's about the love for the product, and there's a bunch of respect going both ways. I mean, why not cultivate that?
Absolutely.
Well, and to me, that's worth more than dollars. Honestly.
Yeah. Look at all your pretty.
And if you get a repeat customer, even if they spend less money than the guy who came in the one time and threw down, those repeat customers are the ones that are your livelihood more often than not than the guy who can come in and throw down.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, absolutely. And is some of that the uranium glass? I love what you've got set out right now.
Yes, and then that isn't UV reactive is definitely old and antiqued, and then ran through my tumbler just like my rocks. So yeah, I've got lots of this. I thought I'd put a few of these out real quick too.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, it's tedious work and it chews up the fingernail, but it's worth it.
What in the world do we do that doesn't chew fingernails up?
Does
anybody
that one
here
right
have
now.
them?
I should use it before it's gone, and then I won't be able to do this anymore. So
I mean, yeah, who here has nails?
it's time for my monthly jump ring manicure.
Right. Oh man, am I ever feeling you on that? Yeah, and once again, like we've been talking about with the music, if you use your fingernails for anything, it's like you're trying to grow them out, and yet you go and do one lapidary session, and you're like, okay, there goes weeks of trying.
Yep. Yep, just embrace the shortness.
Yeah, it's Mr. Montana found the Verisite. Hey, Montana. All right. Thank you very much, Montana Ellison. We're going to switch over to Mr. Turtle Montana here for a moment. I think did he get bounced again? Did he go away?
I'm here.
Okay. Well, let's have a look at this Verisite. You can't tease with that. Oh my gosh, look at this. What? No, that's not the Verisite.
That's not Verisite.
That's not.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, but what is that?
Marcus, no. Is it Marcusite? I thought it was Verisite.
That's the Marcusite.
Okay, then I have been lying this entire time.
But Turtle, that is a gorgeous piece of Marcusite that you have there.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to mislead.
No. We love that stuff. Hey, Ma, do we love this stuff?
Turtle is blonde, by the way.
We love this stuff. We love it.
Before I was bald.
Blonde before bald.
Yeah. So I had never seen this. I guess this is like a pseudomorph, like a pyrite pseudomorph. The guy said.
Wow.
And then you got your bot holes there. It's not focusing very well. But I mean, like this one looks like just a plume, like a bloom of flowers, but it's pyrite in a clear chalcedony. And then this thing is just massively huge.
Wow.
Lots of red in it and stuff. he almost didn't want to sell it to me. And as I was talking to him, thinking, well, I could get probably 50 slabs out of this thing, maybe 25 at least. And he was selling for $40 a slab. I was like, I did the math for him, and then I noticed he hesitated, and he's like, maybe it's not for sale. And I said, oh, sorry, bub, you already got my cash, so it's mine now. But this was really cool.
Runs.
And it's hard as all get out. Thankfully, Brian threw it in his saw for me before I left his house, and I was able to get that flat edge to run through my saw because I don't have as big of a one. And then I wanted to show you guys this. I don't know what it's called. This old guy said that he just found it on his claim, and he named it something, but I don't know what it's called, but it looks really cool, like a bunch of little popcorn.
Super popcorny, cloudy
things in there, and it's hard as all get out too.
It's the curdles. It's the kernels from your car.
Yes, it's the cottage cheese.
It's milk turtle rock.
I thought this was really, really neat. I can send you guys some if anybody wants.
I'm raising my hand on that one. I even hit the microphone really hard.
So sour cream or cottage cheese? Which one do you want? I got both forming out there.
I think I like the cottage cheese as opposed to the sour cream on my potato.
Do you like large curd or small curd, Cameron?
I think I like the mixture. I like the mixture of the curd size. And you were talking about eating squeaky cheese while watching Larry King or something like that, weren't you?
Yeah, so I was being stupid, but again, I'm a big fan of cheese.
Yeah.
And cheese curds are the best because they're like baby virgin cheese, right? They're just born.
Oh, I love squeaky cheese so much.
We went through Wisconsin, and there's a brand called Carr Valley, Carr, and they're award winning, and they deliver their cheese curd to gas stations every day. And the gas stations just keep them out on the counter. And at first I thought, well, that's not right. You're going to make yourself sick. But apparently you don't have to refrigerate curd until 48 hours after it's been born. And so it is just the most squeaky, most delicious thing. And I bought all 12 bags of it that they had.
Oh, wow.
Yeah. And I like
to refrigerate it. They know they'll sell it for it.
And I like to sprinkle on a little bit of salt and vinegar powder that you can buy. It's just really delicious.
So
they are the crispy cream of cheese, that Opal guy.
That's why I used to weigh 400 pounds.
Oh, wow. Okay. And so we have a cheese maker out here called Face Rock in Bandon, and they have a cheese called Vampire Slayer, and and at this little store on the 101, you can buy the cheese curds of the Vampire Slayer. And oh my gosh, like we're not even social for days after that because you're just breathing fire on it. Anybody you're trying to socialize with, but it's worth it. It's okay, you're just.
Does it have like peppers in it or something?
No, the Vampire Slayer is very garlicky. But when you said the vinegar and salt, I thought right away of the Vampire Slayer cheese. It's kind of like a I want to say that it's a Jack style cheese. It's squeaky cheese, so who knows what kind of cheese it is because it's it's not been aged yet, right?
Right.
So it's just cheesy and it's white and it's garlicky and it's squeaky and it's like the bags are gone before we even get to our destination. We're driving on 101, just smashing cheese curds in our face.
Oh, I knew I liked you, Karen. I knew it.
Nothing better than going through their cheese curds and beef jerky.
And then
right? So true.
Then when the curd's gone and there's just that whey in the bottom of the bag and you're sitting there pouring it into your mouth and licking it clean like some obsessed crazed fiend.
Yeah, you just turn that bag upside down into your mouth. I mean, if
Oh
we
yeah.
ever got pulled over, the cop would just be so nauseated by like the garlic in our, like rolls down the window. Oh my gosh, what have you guys been doing? You've not been smoking anything, but like, geez.
Do you like pickled garlic?
Oh, I love pickled anything, really.
Oh, it's so good.
Yeah.
Just the whole clove, just pickled.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, you're not kissing your wife for a long time after a jar of those.
No, but here's the deal, is that if you both do it, it's okay. You nullify it. It's a neutral zone. You just both have a bunch of, either garlic or whatever on you. And so, yeah, we like garlic stuffed olives and stuff like that. Just for everybody to know, if you ever were, traveling and need to stop at this house, you just know what to expect.
I don't know, Karen. I'm thinking 2 garbage cans smells a lot worse than 1 garbage can.
Yeah, but not to each other. The garbage cans don't care. Do you see what I'm saying? It's
True.
a neutral zone. Like, they just don't know any better. It's your own upper lip,
Yeah. It's your upper lip.
It usually does take about an hour and 40 minutes for us to go off the rails. I'm glad we made it there, you guys.
Well, luckily I'm not fingering any buttholes today, so we should be good.
Well, yeah, but we did.
But I have my gloves just in case.
Yeah. Safe.
I watched that back again and laughed my butt off. Oh my god! Especially when Barry Carroll showed her gloves.
Oh, that was so good. Yeah.
That was hilarious.
A really good time. Kyle, just go. No ticket, just go. Yeah, thank you.
I didn't know that Kyle was around, otherwise I would have PG'd myself.
And the Tillamook factory sells curds, but also ice cream. Okay, so Resort Dog. So I was talking about going south to Bandon, but if we go north to Tillamook, not only do you have to get the curds, because the curds are outstanding, but instead of the ice cream, which is really, really good, we always get malteds. You can get a shake or a malted, and my brother and my dad get 2. And so they're driving home, and they are actually double fisting like shakes on the way home. And like, you can imagine that like that much lactose in anybody is bad. And so like the trip home from Tillamook is always like noisy, if you know what I mean.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Yeah, it's amazing.
To be that rest area.
Another like no ticket, just go. Yeah, exactly. Like, are you sure you guys need 2 shakes? Are you really, really sure? I'm outing my dad and my brother in a public place. I don't know if that's really a good idea.
I usually get like at Culver's, I always get a peach mulch with extra malt because I just love the taste of the malt.
Me too. I'm a total malt fan. I'm in the malted. I get a malted. The guys get shakes of various kinds because they can't decide on one flavor. So they always get one of each of something else, I'm like, just chocolate malted, and I'm driving apparently because y'all are double fisting it. Yeah.
Did you know that when you're born born with all of the lactase, which is the enzyme that breaks down lactose? When you're born with all that you'll ever have. Your body doesn't make it anymore.
Interesting.
I'll be darned.
Yeah,
and is that how come like some people become intolerant because they use it all up double?
Yep. Yeah, absolutely.
I'm gonna throw that at my brother and my dad the next time. I'm like, you guys just used up your lactose, guys.
And so when you're looking at lactose-free milk, Fairlife is they claim lactose-free, but it actually has lactose. They just add lactase to it, so that if you don't have any of it, it's easier to digest.
Got it. Wow,
I grew up milking cows. I grew up on a dairy farm, so I'm all about it.
Professional dairyman.
That's right.
Here. All right. This turtle rides dairy cows, guys. I'm gonna have to make
weird.
That.
Don't normally see turtles on the farm.
I'm trying to picture a turtle like milking a cow.
It's a sight to see for sure.
Yeah.
You have to check out my OnlyFans.
Well, I'm sure that there's a niche for that.
For your content.
Wow.
You'll be in utter disbelief.
Utter disbelief, guys. Where's my rim shot? Oh, wow.
Okay, I'm gonna mute myself for now.
Yeah. that might be best. We're gonna swing on over to Ryan.
I might say something embarrassing.
Utterly despicable.
We've done it. I think we've already done it. Ryan, how's it going over there? I'm seeing the wheels are spinning, but nobody's home. Oh, there it is. Oh, wow, look at that.
Yeah, you caught me in between
Ooh, that's nice.
the Labradite. It not quite the brightest shine from head on, but I kind of like that greenish blue color.
Yeah, that is really pretty. Yeah, nice job.
I don't know why somebody on here doesn't like having Labradorite.
Is there somebody on here that doesn't like it?
I don't like having it.
I don't like having it. Okay, freeform Lapidary.
What up? Well, it's just a simple statement. I'm not going to elaborate any further.
So that's not Labradorite that you have there. You can talk about that, or you can tell us why you don't like Labradorite.
Okay. Actually, I don't remember the name of this material. Maybe someone in chat can help me remember what it is. But I've never worked this before, and I found a piece of it in my collection the other day, and so it looks really cool. You can see how in several sections it had fractured and shifted, and so you're getting all this kind of weird broken pattern, which I think is really cool. And yeah, we'll see how it goes. It seems a bit soft, maybe just like a little bit porous.
Is that fancy, Jasper?
Sandstony.
I don't have my tablet here to like look it up real fast, but maybe, I don't know. I know I've seen it around before. I just never.
Looks like Imperial or fancy Jasper. It looks like.
Super cool.
That's got cool patterning on it, man.
Really high dome on this piece.
Yeah, that's nice.
So we'll see how it goes. Because I really want to keep the brown all the way around if I can.
Yeah, nice framing.
This piece was already kind of pre-shaped when I grabbed it and pre-polished, and so I'm just kind of tidying it up and getting it a little bit more uniform. But I don't really want to lose that border. So.
Right. So are you sure you don't want to elaborate on the Labradorite thing?
I just find it to be a pain to cut and polish, and that could just be my skill, lack of doing it much, and not putting in the effort to try to learn how to do it properly. Probably a combination of all of that, but the pieces I've tried to do, I just struggled through it, didn't enjoy it, and they just didn't turn out very well. But I'm not opposed to trying it again. But
I'm not saying that Jahik couldn't still do it better than I could. It's just that I enjoy it better than he does.
Got it.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I've liked it so far, and I'm wondering what's wrong with me. So maybe I just haven't met the bad stuff. I've got some from Theo from his rock shop errands, and that Labradorite seems really good. And then Lisa gave me some that really polished up a dream. And so I'm wondering if I might just need to go to Vegas or something. But I just got really super lucky.
Maybe you're more patient.
And I'm wondering if, because you have so much experience with feldspar, like doing sunstones, like does that lend itself to doing Labradorite, you think?
That could be a relevant thing, actually.
Ma does make a point.
She does make a point.
Yeah,
I'm just wondering.
She does.
Well, wonder with us some more as you show us this incredible piece that you're working on.
Is it going to focus on it?
Even out of focus, it's pretty.
Yeah, right?
It
We're
is.
mesmerized. We're
Nice.
mesmerized anyway. Yeah.
Ah. What's your problem, camera?
Ah,
There.
It was doing it before.
there it is.
Yep.
Is
Over
it?
there. Yep. That's better.
That's something.
You know, I am totally enthralled with this whole resin thing that you're doing. I love it when you make those windows.
It's fun, and like it's a pain in the butt because it's really hard to not get any bubbles. Like this is my third attempt with this particular piece, and I broke it the last time when I was trying to get bubbly resin out this snap. So yeah, but it's just I need to see what it looks like done and shiny and perfect, and then I'll either get over it or I'll keep doing it.
Have you tried a torch Melma for the bubbles? The torch torch melt. So a torch right after you pour it, if you hit it with a torch, it'll pull the bubbles out.
Yeah, I mean, I know, and I could do pressure pot, and I could do lots of different things, but I finally just got really lucky. But this is actually UV resin here because my really expensive resin bubbled like crazy last time I did it, and so I'm mad at it, and it's on the shelf. But I heated it up, so I got it really, really runny. And I waited for a while until all the bubbles had risen to the surface, and I popped them, and then I cured it, and that seemed to do the trick. So we'll see. It tends to just kind of look cloudy and crappy until it's been polished, like completely. And Cerium does a really good job on it, which I was surprised by.
Yeah.
Are you leaving that? Are you leaving it, or are you going to soak it in acetone?
Oh no, I'm leaving this.
Can I use that for my cab submission?
That's cheating.
I don't know.
You guys aren't supposed to hear that.
I don't think this is known as a raw edge anymore. Oh.
No, please don't.
I'm kidding.
Technically not raw edge.
Yeah, it's not anymore.
But the only way you're going to beat Melma is with one of Melma's own pads, I think.
The judge has spoken, though.
Yeah. Judge, jury, and executioner over here.
Total executioner.
But it's fun. In the earrings.
Ooh, I love those. Those are great. Like awesome contrasties. Ripping shape too.
I just took this is just the natural edge of the nodule, and I just skimmed off the,
Well, that's
crusties.
art. That's what you do.
Right? You just pull out what you see.
Awesome.
So these will be a cute little pair of earrings, I think.
And Julie says, "Love that." And I think that might have been either the cabs or the earrings, probably both. And Kyle is trying to hurry up so that he can have a cab done for the contest. You might appeal to the judge. Yeah.
5 hours.
Well,
hey, Joe, how much for an extra hour, bro? 5, 10, 20, what is it?
Like 25, 50 slabs worth of marcasite, maybe.
Ooh, there you
Bummer,
go.
all I have is Veracite.
I was going
Smart ass.
No, that was well played.
I love it.
Yeah. Hey, Turtle, check this out. That Muzz showing you. This is what you have.
Ooh, is that my submission?
No. No, sir. This is what you bought that big Veracite for.
I'll take it.
This one's cool. It's got an M in it.
That's cool. Upside down a W from Williams.
Oh yeah, here we
Oh
go.
yeah, he is cleaning
Watch
hard.
this.
Dang.
Or
I will give
taffety.
just real quick, if I may.
Oh, Jawhick, wait. Okay, let me give you the
For
center
the
stage
cab
now.
contest deadline, I mean, it's just like a deadline, and I'm not gonna. If you contact me ahead of time and just let me know, like, hey, I'm gonna have it in like before, a little bit late. Just let
Kyle.
me know so I know. I'm not real worried about being a stickler over that. So
Kyle.
if you do need like a little bit more time, just send me a message on Discord so I know. Otherwise, if I'm up at midnight, I'm going to close it out, and that's just going to be it. So let me know.
Thank you. And so, Kyle, you know that you have some breadth there, brother. And we have the former thin slice pair you were showing off. The Rocks Off Road would like to know, are those going to become earrings?
Yeah, those will become earrings. I forgot to drill them. I should have already done that, but I'll just do that after I'm done making them. Yeah, but they'll become earrings.
All right.
Yeah, he's talking about the two pieces. Yeah, that's the only thing that would make sense.
And so yeah, Kyle, just it sounds like it'll be fine for you. Don't feel too much pressure. And we're all staying up so late these days that after you're done, he's saying trying to get the invoices done before midnight. We understand, man. And so yeah, when that submission comes in, just appeal to the judge, and I'm sure it will be quite all right. And are you starting?
Just put Amy on the cabbing machine, and it'll turn out better that way.
Oh, shots fired.
Oh, was I on air when I said that?
Hot mic. What have you got there? It's something different. Oh,
That's cute.
That's some coral.
Yeah, some horn coral from Karen.
Is it from me?
From Ozone Fine Arts, yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, then that means that this is some of the Blind Squirrel Rock stuff, and we love seeing that. Isn't that stuff wonderful?
Yeah, I got it at one of your first auctions that you did last year, or at least that I attended.
Right. That must have been a giveaway, though, because I wasn't selling any of it. It was
very well, because I think I won 2 of your giveaways. And
yeah.
That's when I fell in love with you.
Oh, right. You beguiled them with gifts, see.
Yeah. You can buy love.
It is true. With rocks.
With
Everybody
rocks.
just needs to know this. Yeah.
Got that, Kyle?
What's that? Oh, got that.
Kyle?
Yeah. Oh my gosh. And he's saying, like a diamond, I'm used to pressure, right? Yeah. Midnight's coming, man.
And Kyle made a comment about if he wins, he'll make it Smart Spouse Cab Contest, and that's so funny because me and my husband it would be so funny. And I don't think like part of the monthly thing would really work with that, but maybe a separate thing where like you just teach somebody how to make a cab and then have a contest.
Yeah, because Soul was also asking on the heels of that, that you're just saying, well, what happens if we don't have a spouse? Well, then you just have to teach somebody, your dog.
It's called the hobo challenge. Bring somebody off the street.
Just bring them off the street.
Oh my gosh, Kyle, true evil. I'm just trying to think of Steve. Like, I think that Steve would very much like to make a cab, but at the same time, like, I'm just wondering what I would be like.
Maybe you just give him the cabbing machine and
well, but I have to protect the Nova wheels.
Wow.
See?
Hey, no, put them on the flat wrap.
Oh,
Ooh.
Brilliant choice.
and it's very much like that, letting your spouse go ahead and try your machinery. I know because I've recently tried it, and it turned me into like an instant backseat driver where I'm like, does that sound okay? Are you pushing too hard? Maybe you're not pushing hard enough. Hey, more water. Hey, turn it up faster. Hey. And he's like, will you just let me be?
Right?
That's so funny.
It
It's so
sounds
fun.
odd. Are you sure everything's okay?
You're doing it all wrong.
Yeah.
I didn't say any of that, but I could hear things, and that was driving me insane. It doesn't sound like there's running fast enough. Doesn't sound like there's enough water. Doesn't sound like it's going hard enough or fast enough. Like, it was nuts. And I, despite
no idea
trying
what
so
you-
hard to not, like, you know, backseat drive or side seat drive, I was just like, what are you running that at? You know, like, oh, you know, usually 5.5, almost a 6 will kind of get the job done.
Yeah, I'm just totally seeing the vulture on the shoulder. You know, like
Yes.
I'm like, yeah, it's not gonna be pretty. Like, dude, I don't think so. Here, give me that.
Does your brother do any lapidary, or does he just do the kind of the sawing and the tumbling?
My brother?
Yeah.
He dabbles a little, yeah. And none of us are formally taught or anything. We just play, you know.
Yeah.
So,
I
but yeah,
graduated
he will.
YouTube University.
Yeah. He'll play a little every once in a while.
Cool.
All right, so we've got Rocky slid in and friggin' backseat cabbers. Yeah, right. I don't know. It's not so much that I would care like how he went about doing a rock, because that would be awesome. I would just be he loved when I moved that thing into the studio. He was just like, oh my gosh, that thing is so awesome. But then those Nova wheels, if you scratch those things, you know, it's bad juju. Like they wear out and you done. Yeah, and see, the thing is that he would be like, oh no, I want to use the big machine. I want to use the big boy machine. Like, that's, you know, I don't think he has any interest in using the flat lap. And so that's where I would be like hovering and yeah, just, you know, how's my driving? Well, no, dude. No fancy sauce for you. Like, I'll finish.
Keep your eyes on the road.
Yeah, exactly.
Did you use your blinker? Are you sure you're gonna use your blinker? When you get there, don't forget to use your blinker.
Brakes.
Yeah.
Brake.
Boy. Yeah, especially on those last two, like the blue and the pink for the Novas. Please don't scratch those. Please, like, dude, no. Like, maybe if I made him do a rock that had no edges, like 0 edges, then it might be okay.
Let him polish a marble.
Well, but then it wouldn't be a cab, and Jahik would, like, you know, shun him from the
Yeah,
drive.
I would. I'd tell him.
You just put it on a flat lap until it's got a flat bottom.
Right? Like, look, you can start with the cabber, but you have to finish with the flat lap.
Yeah, somebody's got to get a girdle on there. Doesn't have to be much.
Oh my god.
Polish your marbles. Is that what the kids are calling it these days?
Yeah.
Holy Moses.
It's like my husband, he came up with that. He's like, you have to ask your friends if they do that. So it's really funny that Kyle had the same exact idea. And I'm a little bit afraid of how competitive he was starting to sound about doing it.
Oh, yeah?
Like he said, well, you can make anything a competition to my husband, and even if he's had 0 interest in it before, it's now going to be all consuming. Like he'd be watching every video anyone's ever made.
Oh no.
He'd be like 2 months of prep time to like do his research.
He's going to be doing something in the videos.
I couldn't hear what you said, Ryan.
Oh, I said, is that what he's doing in the hospitals, watching lapidary videos?
Yeah. Husband's in hospital right now.
Uh-oh.
He got the flu really bad, and he coughed so much it collapsed his lungs. Like I didn't even know that was a
Oh
thing.
my god.
So he opted to he's getting sleep now for the first time in a week. So he's very happy to be there and getting the help he needs. And it looks like he'll be coming home Tuesday.
Oh, and
Poor guy.
our absolute best vibes and prayers and energy and wishes go to your husband the husband to get better and so that he can win the next contest for the people that are not really cabbers but like over exceed in competition. And then Lava Bison says you don't get to drive the good car first. You got to drive the Datsun B210 until you earn no training wheels. Dude, that's so brilliant.
That's
It's a
so
bit
good.
specific.
Right? That feels
Training
like
wheels?
that from somewhere.
You just made me
Sorry.
snort. I love
Yeah.
it.
You need to make him act or tell me to cut his favorite crystal on the saw first, though.
Cut his
Still his eyes go big.
Yeah. And Rocky Mountain Bear is saying, Karen, it just leads to here. Let me finish that for you. It's a slippery slope. Yeah, which is exactly what I was saying. You know, like by the time it was started, I'd be like, yeah, give me that. But no, we really should. We should try, right?
I think
I
it'd be
mean,
fun.
yeah. So up here, World of Rockhound Styles called it the Teacher Cab Challenge. And I don't know. Like I would also say that challenge might be like the anxiety teacher challenge.
Yeah, will you get a divorce challenge?
Right.
I thought
Happy
the
marriage
saying was,
challenge? Question mark? Yeah.
I thought the saying was those who can't do teach, and those who can't teach gym.
Something like that,
So,
I think I've heard.
I only heard half of that. I bet it was a good joke.
so we have to teach someone how to make a cab, and then we have to challenge them in a cab making contest.
The challenge is to teach them how to do it.
I just don't know
And
that that's
they
gonna.
fight head to head.
I will continue my moratorium on entering. And Kyle is saying I showed Amy how to polish once. I believe she could do it. Okay, so now so Kyle is pitting Amy against Randy right now.
Oh yeah.
I showed
Maybe against the field.
not too long, just a couple months ago. I showed my wife how to do it as well, and she made a nice little specimen polish. So she could do it.
Oh, okay. So we have a three-way. We clearly have a three-way going on right now.
Right? And I can't partake because Lava Bison already tried it and he was successful.
Well, he could still do it.
Here's his piece.
Or you can
It doesn't have to
someone
be the
else, teach your
first
brother.
time.
He's no longer a first timer though. He
It
made a
doesn't have to be
beautiful
the first
dino bone
time.
piece.
It's just the other person challenge, right?
Yeah, this is the piece that I backseat drove.
Okay, hold on. Let's see. That's looking pretty good.
He did good. He got a little girdle on there.
Hey, Basalt Bison, you're doing pretty good.
And he got a little dome on there. Yeah, he did really a nice job. I was quite impressed.
That's impressive.
And I say that I micromanaged, but I kind of just let him do it.
That's great.
I gave him a rough piece and was like, this is called freeform. When you get a piece that you're just going to wing it, you're just going to go for whatever shape feels like it wants to be. That's called freeform. And he went for it. So
Awesome.
I did do definitely some side driving, you know. Make sure
Well,
you
I mean,
got
you're
it.
supposed to be.
This
You're
speed,
supposed
that
to know
speed.
Supervisor.
Did I say hi, Yogi Bear? I know Boo Boo's here, but
and
I
the
also want to
Rocky
say
Mountains
hi.
there too. and
I
Val
did
and
say hi to the Rocky Mountain Bear. He was the one that started some of this.
Douglas and
He threw
Yeah,
he
good
threw some
job.
butane on the fire here.
Good job,
So
Lava Bison. I'll probably wrap that and keep that. Or he could,
Yeah.
he could decide if he wanted to give it to somebody who was special as well. But,
You're like, hint, hint, wink, wink.
well, I was thinking maybe
Yeah. Maybe the
his,
lava can do the wire wrapping too.
well, maybe I'll
Oh,
just have him make a few more,
Yeah.
Come on, bust out these cabs for me.
so Yogi Bear is saying that Boo Boo has never tried a cab either. This is exciting, like we could have this challenge could happen. You just have to win one of the challenges over on Discord to make that be the next challenge for the next month. Like if you win, then you get to dictate what the next challenge is. And so if you guys want to see significant others and hobos make cabochons, then
And hobos.
whichever way that it turns out, then yeah, because I mean, I think that
Sisters,
Cheryl,
brothers, mothers, kids,
yeah,
your
dogs,
friends' kids, your kids' friends.
yeah,
I've shanghaied my kids' friends into all kinds of stuff, and they'll bring me a rock and they'll be like, "Hey, will you polish this up?" And I'm like, "No, but I'll show you how."
yeah. There you go. And Kyle's saying it would be an interesting challenge. It would. It
yeah.
would.
I mean, we both have the same idea. That's it. Yeah, there's something to it for sure. I think it'd be really fun.
We should do
I'll
that
have
like
to
a team competition where one person starts it and then the other person finishes it. They don't get to see what's done until it's their turn and make it timed.
That's fun too. I like that
That'd be
idea.
kind of cool.
That's a little bit brutal. Sick.
I think we should nominate Melma as the judge, though.
And what do I do?
Nominate to be the judge. Because judges can't enter, and then we can win.
Aww.
I see.
And then we could win.
Yeah, I think that's our only chance.
I don't know if you've looked at the entries. There's some bangers in there this month, and there's bangers in the last month. It's just I guarantee you that I don't think I'm gonna get to this one.
There's some good
Sorry,
ones out there.
Kyle.
This one.
The position's taken.
Everybody gets to be a judge, though. It's true.
Yeah.
You all get to
Everybody
cast your vote.
That's
There's
Although
only one judge, and he's not watching tonight.
we do understand that Jahik is the supreme leader, but
Like
and then
like Emperor Palpatine.
yeah.
Unless he's fixing the vote, though, he's not really the judge, right?
Jahid, join me, and together we will rule the galaxy.
I want to cast a vote of no confidence.
On Chancellor Jahid. Misa seconds that movement. Misa, do.
Thank you, Jar Jar.
Misa's so welcome, Karen.
Wow.
Boy. And Soul is saying until half this chat are divorcees also. So apparently he's got a crystal ball. So I guess Wifey Boo Boo is saying my first rock I picked out at a local rock shop. So she's down with it. So maybe we do need to have this challenge one way or another.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it should necessarily even be a monthly thing. Like, I think it could be its own separate event.
I think so too. I think that might be a thing. We might need some traction there. Hey, judge of all judges.
Lots like with the this showing this, like you said, it's kind of like your closet or whatever, showing somebody your messy closet or whatever.
The dirty closet, yeah.
Just like this, it's equally as interesting to go ahead and share that first cab, even if it was riding the struggle bus the whole way and didn't turn out quite the way you liked it, you should probably share it, because there's nowhere to go but up from there, right? And not only that though, like it's a neat way to keep track of your progress, but also to encourage others who are also trying it for the first time that your first cab doesn't always look like lava bisons.
It could look like a piece of chewing gum, and that's okay.
And it does happen, and it happens to us all. Even if we've had a few like lava bisons, every once in a while you get the chewing gum piece. And sometimes it's not even a matter of your skill level. Sometimes that's just luck of the draw. You got a, fractured rock, or it undercuts, it overcuts, and it just doesn't play nice, So, but yeah, I think just for the sake of showing that, sometimes it's a kind of an ugly mess. That's okay too. This happens on the road to something nice sometimes.
Oh yeah.
What about the winner gets all the losers' cabs?
To fix.
Not playing.
That would be
Not
cool.
participating.
I quit. I'm taking my ball, go home. See, like, no, my mom's calling.
and so nobody like took that the wrong way. Don't you worry. I think everybody's feeling the humor in the room. No worries there. And that's exactly what we're talking about, Ellen, is that we're super talking about the whole newbie thing, and that's why we're pawning off some cabbing to our significant others. But the cab contest that we have over on our Discord is actually for everybody, and so regardless of whether you are an awesome pro cabber or if you're a ranked beginner, it's open to everybody, and you never know who is going to win, because it's up to the folks in the server to vote on the projects. And so if they like your project, then you win. It doesn't matter if somebody has done it for 10 years or 20 years. It's just all upon what people like. And so it's popular choice. It's awesome because it gives you something, a kind of like a brass ring to grab at, like make it something that you want to try to do. There's no skin off of your chin, because you just submit, and then a winner is chosen. They choose the next subject, and so it's not like you lose anything. You don't necessarily have any concern of winning anything. You just it's for fun.
Yeah, it's fun.
And for those of us with no lives, it gives us something to look forward to.
But you're live right now. You've got a life. We've got lots of lives. We've been marathoning lives all day.
That's funny.
And so Rocky Mountain Bear. Oh man. So are we not going to see any Veracite turtle?
I think Tommy's got some.
Well,
no, it's Marcus sign.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
I think
turtles are simple creatures, We got small brains. We live in a shell.
Wait, okay, so Kyle is offering, could we do a blind vote option so nobody knows who did which one? Oh, that is a great idea.
Oh, so no popularity contest.
Oh, I like that. I thought that what he was saying first is like, can we vote without seeing it? That's exactly the opposite.
That's what he meant.
Yes, can I smell number 3, please?
Yeah.
Oh, this one's Karen. It smells like garlic.
Right?
That would be a fun one. If you guys are interested in doing that, we could play with that as a voting thing for any given contest. And you guys could just submit them all to me, and then I would post them all. And
that's fun.
I love this idea.
You just vote for the favorite one.
I love this idea so much. Like, you just don't know who did it. And so, gosh, Kyle, brilliant idea. And I really, really like the boy, the shape and the girdle that you have going on with that piece right now is just really especially nice. But I'm sorry, I just got totally sidetracked
You got
by,
sucked into
by
the
rocks. yeah.
You
Cool.
know,
So
everyone
let's do this contest.
everyone is welcome to give us feedback on how you think it should go, and then we can talk about different options. We've already made adjustments for several things, and it's really for you guys. Like, I'm just kind of the one managing it, but it's really for you guys, for how you want some of the things done. And so if that's something that's interest, we could do that as just a special condition for any given month if someone wanted to do that. So
I love that
or
idea.
for all of it, it's really just
Yeah.
whatever you guys think.
It seems like people are pro as far as what it looks like in the chat right now, and we are looking at Ma because Wifey Boo Boo wanted to see what Ma is working on, and it looks like one of the earrings. And so, you want to show that off? I love that. I love that so much. What a cool truffle, It's small but powerful.
Oh, thank you.
I do like the no-name idea, but I also liked knowing who some of the makers were, because there were a few of the cab makers who I'd never even heard of.
Yeah.
And so it was nice to give credit to those
That's true,
makers
too. I
where,
mean, I guess you
where
would find
credit
out.
was due.
Yeah, all would be revealed at the end, right?
Right, for sure. And
Yeah.
we'd have
Yeah.
to find a way to do that, again, we're not losing the give the credit where the credit due. But yeah. So like maybe when you do the end reveal of who worked, you name the runners up too and show their
Of course.
tabs or something, maybe, but
I
yeah.
don't know. We can talk about it for
I
future
just wanted to
events,
throw
but
my 2 cents in of knowing the maker was kind of cool too.
yeah, if we did that, I would announce all of the makers after the fact.
Absolutely. Yeah, I kind of like that
Don't you think
idea,
it's
like the
triangles
blind
for that?
test. What's that?
So I guess I'll have to stay away from triangles for that particular contest.
Triangles, resin,
It's like her calling card.
spots.
Well, I'm not going to become a different person, Ryan.
But yeah, if it's something you guys are really interested in, let me know for sure. And we can do it a trial run, even at minimum, if we wanted to do that for just like a singular month and see if everyone kind of liked it. And if people don't like it, we can go back to the regular way, or just have it be a special condition. Maybe the winner chooses, when they choose the theme, they can choose whether or not they want that to be a special option or something.
That's a thought.
Yeah, and Cheryl was asking again, the blind vote idea is a pro, but how to get it posted in Discord. And I think Jahik actually explained that we would just send our submissions to him, and he would post them so that everybody was neutral.
Right,
Yes.
one big upload. Right.
Right.
Yep, which is great for anonymity. Yeah. That way you're not voting for somebody just because you like who that person is, but more for their art. But then again, like I say, it was neat to get to snoop some of those new artists I'd never heard of too. So definitely want to make that something that's bold and big when we're done, so we can check them out.
For sure.
Oh, for sure. Yeah, so I don't know. I like this idea, the blind thing, because I think that there's also a super fun subplot where you're trying to figure out who's
What? Yeah.
and so that could be kind of part of the fun, is like having a guessing game over it that we can all, be wondering about until it happens. And so
And I make a triangle cab, but it's clearly not made by Ma, so they know that I'm bluffing. And
Me make triangles? What?
I'll try not to make a heart.
Right.
Well, you'd have to make a heart with a dome top and a girdle and a flat bottom.
Oh, I don't like them flat bottom girls.
I knew that was coming. How did I know that was coming?
Who you were talking to?
Hey. I resemble them more.
I think that I left my like an idiot and don't do this. Here, learn from Melissa. I didn't take my Syrian disk off my machine and then left my machine overnight, and who knows what has fallen on that thing. So I have to make a new pad right now. That's really good.
Oh, wow. And that's looking good. So you're going with an oval, Mr. Turtle?
Yeah, kind of. Yeah, a little bit of an oval. I gotta be careful because I'm losing my live edge there.
Right.
I don't want Judge Jaw to disqualify me.
Yeah, better keep it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I better stop.
He's a stickler.
But I was going for a differentially dome, so it's thicker on one end than the other because I was going to do like a half a teardrop.
Oh, right.
So start out smaller up here and then get fatter down there.
That's cute.
Yeah.
Little pot belly.
Aww.
Yeah, just like his daddy.
Aww. Send cheese curds now.
Yeah. and lattes.
Well, that's an interesting. Hey, Douglas, thank you so much for popping in. And had an idea. How about after you make all the cabs, we have Kyle sell them, and we use the money to fund a certain organization, rock related, of course. And yeah, I like that too. And not necessarily needing. It would be cool if Kyle wanted to do it, or one of us could platform it. Whoever wanted to try to do it, but I think that doing, some of this stuff we absolutely do just for fun. And to be able to turn some of that into something that funded somebody else to having a leg up on this, rock fanaticism that we all have would be a wonderful project.
I know a good one. I forget the name of it, but there's an organization that's fighting to keep our public rock hounding locations open, and so that might be a good one to think about doing something like that for.
Heck yeah! Okay, so from the admin side, it sounds like Jahik has a really cool charity to give to, and so really it would just be about connecting the two together.
You could have the winner choose what the money goes to.
Yeah, it would work.
Just like, if you wanted to spread it out to a couple different places or whatever. I don't know, just a thought.
Yeah.
We need to make sure that there's a proportion of what the cab sales are that go to cover Kyle's costs, so he's not out any cash.
Well, yeah, he could just take that. Like whoever does the auction can do the margin for themselves.
Right.
So not too worried about that end of it, but being able to donate to a really good cause would be a fabulous thing if we could raise some money. I love that idea. Yeah, that's a fantastic thing. And so thank you so much for that, Douglas. Awesome.
Yeah.
Thought.
Thanks, Doug.
And then Rocky Mountain Bear was asking where that agate is from, Mr. Turtle, Montana.
This was in a bin of Crazy Lace agate in Tucson. I got a whole bunch of it. There's lots of different looks to it. If you want to check out the Discord and the show and tell, I posted my top 4 Crazy Lace agates that I've got from the trip, and they are stunning. One of them is black with lots of Vanadinite sprays. It's gorgeous.
Ooh, that does sound really nice. And Ellen Marie is saying that cab would look really pretty set in leather with maybe some scrolls. Do you do the leather work, Ellen? Maybe you guys need to get together.
Yeah, haven't done much wrapping or anything like that, but I'm certainly up to, working out some something with the cab and somebody else could wrap it.
Yeah,
For
there
sure.
you go.
Yeah, nice. And Rocks Off-Road is saying an auctioning of the cabs might be better suited, then the price could really skyrocket because the donations are going to a good cause. That's kind of my favorite thing, is when the market decides, what the thing is worth, or what the promotion is worth. So obviously you'd be doing a charity, so people could auction for as much as they felt like they would like to give, which I think would be a really, really cool thing for sure. Uh-oh,
Indeed.
somebody got a rippage on the
Yeah,
wood.
so that's why we wear the gloves, because otherwise those would be open wounds.
Yep, there's your mechanic's knuckles.
Yeah, it's just a flesh wound.
Right?
Cut off your
Run
bloody
away!
arm. I
Run
will kick
away!
you. I will kick you.
Not dead yet. And so Marie is, or Ellen is saying, yes, maybe a bracelet. Wow. Do they make leather bracelets like that? That would be super neat.
It'd be a cool cuff.
Yeah. Yeah, like a snappy cuff if it's made out of leather,
Ah.
Otherwise, I'm like big stone cuff girl. So like set it in copper. And Kyle is saying, I'm not a fan of pricing stuff, right? Yeah, auction it. Let the market do the pricing. Ooh, look at this. Ooh, we're getting a light show. Nice, Allison.
Yeah, well, in some of those uranium glass caps, well, they I don't know if they're uranium or not, but they're purple when the real light's on them, or clear or a white. Like that one's purple.
Wow.
And that one's kind of a dull purple, and that one's clear, but we put the UV light on them, and they clearly glow. Obviously not as bright as the green one on the end. See if we can not drown it out. But yeah. And then the specimen in the middle, I've been getting a chance to clean up some of my rock collection in my Shacomatic, or my ultrasonic cleaner. And this is a specimen that I found out in the field, and it is one of the most glowerific things I might even own.
Yeah,
Wow.
that is crazy bright.
And
Beautiful.
it is beautiful. Right now we can't really see because I've got all the lights off, but I will turn the light on and we'll have a look at it really quick. But the crystals in that are just so clean now that they've been through the shaker. You
Wow.
see them sparkle. And
Are you
so, yeah.
thinking that that's a big calcite vug? Is that what
It's
we're
got
looking at?
to be. I mean,
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
got to be the way that it glows like that. But yeah, it's pretty just as is when it sits on the shelf. But I do have a little like UV collection, as maybe many of you do. But even next to uranium glass, that thing is just howling.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
How
I thought if
delightful.
I was gonna get the UV light out to show the uranium glass and stuff, that since I had that one out and handy, that I might show it real quick.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, I always love a good light show.
Oh man, especially when it's something that crazy, just on fire.
It's on
But
fire.
yeah, some nice finished jewelry down there, and a specimen for your light show tonight.
Yes, very nice. Thank you.
Yes, no, thank you.
No, thank you.
I'll turn the lights back on now.
Awesome. And Cheryl was wondering, you're really not really green. What kind of turtle are you, Mr. Turtle Montana, that we could see your skin through your like ripped glove? Imposter. He's not really chartreuse green.
Mutant.
Yeah. Total mutant ninja turtle.
This,
TM.
this resin signed up so good.
What's that?
Look at how clear
I'm
the
a
resin
turtle.
is.
I'm a turtle through marriage.
How does that even work, Turtle?
I don't know. Call the Discovery Channel. They did a special on it.
Okay. And yes, that is remarkably clear and gorgeous. Melissa. And that's off. Is that off the Cerium?
Yeah.
Wow.
I got some cool UV stuff to show.
Go for it. I got to move on to the earrings.
That was
I picked
lovely.
up at
Thank
the
you.
rock shed.
We're going to Turtle's house.
All right, so here is Mexican moss agate.
When was Turtle Week on Discovery Channel?
Oh, it's too bright in here. Give me 2 seconds.
Yeah, I haven't heard
Turtle
about
Week.
jumping the turtle, actually.
That would actually be cool. Because, tortugas, as they're called, are very cool creatures.
It's very fancy.
Tortuga.
Yeah, wow.
Do you get them out on the beach up there, Karen, or
Yes, we do.
no? Yeah.
Unfortunately, yeah, we do. During the storms, they come in, which is kind of sad. But we have a recovery unit at our aquarium here. So they usually are able to turn them around and get them back out to sea.
What's sad is that most of those little babies never make it. And they're the
Yeah.
cutest too.
La 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 la.
Oh, Ma does not want to hear the negative about little turtleettes.
I'm sorry, Ma. Yeah, it makes me sad too.
Yeah. I have a story about that, but I'm not going to tell it because Ma's here.
Oh, you can tell the story.
Maybe next time.
I'll quit being a baby. You go ahead.
But first, we're going to watch Turtles Real Rock on live.
Yeah, if I can get these gosh darn lights off. Hold on 1 second. The older I get, the more light I need, and so I find when I need it dark, it's like almost impossible.
Right. We watched the leatherback turtles in Singapore have their eggs, and we were on a beach in Sheraton, Malaysia, watching this, and the natives, like the locals, were coming and taking the eggs, and we're like, no, you can't do that. My dad was like freaking out, and I was too young to really know any better. And it turned out that beach was okay for them to take the eggs from, but my dad like put up a fight for the leatherback turtle eggs to stay in the sand, and like he was like ready to fisticuff with these locals. And I was like, yeah, Dad, and like, we were little kids, and we're like, yeah, let's get off of these turtles. And so yeah.
No,
Unfortunately, a lot of the eggies and turtles don't make it, but they are so darn cute when they do, and they live a long time, and they're wonderful creatures. So, does that feel good ending enough for you, Ma?
Yes, thank you.
Okay.
We all need a little moeta.
It's like when I watch a scary movie, I can't go to bed until I watch at least a half hour of SpongeBob.
Right?
Or something.
Gotta change your mind. Yeah. Warm fuzzies. And Soul is saying, nature is actually very cruel. It's amazing anything survives. Word. Cheers to that.
Yeah.
There you go.
That's uplifting.
Tsunami mug.
Dim.
Are you unscrewing the light bulbs, man?
I'm trying to unplug the damn thing. There.
How many turtles does it take to unscrew light bulbs?
3. 1, 2, 3. I got it.
I feel like this is like a Tootsie Roll ad as well.
It's
Okay,
not the rock
we
shit.
got it. We got it.
Okay. Here we go. And let me get it wet. Boy, I hope these are really good. It's a huge draw.
Yeah, we've been waiting. Ready for something really great. And Val was wondering, what material is this besides agate?
So I think the orange in that is calcite. And look at the white, how It glows.
Whoa.
I've never seen anything return so much white from a UV.
Nice.
Yeah, that's pretty.
So that's one, and then this one is my favorite. It's the coolest. I have no idea what it is, but I bought it at the Rock Shed in South Dakota, and I thought it was maybe some type of calcite or something, but
Wow.
it's way too bright for the
That is
camera.
pretty wild. Yeah.
But it's very purple. I don't know if how good the camera's picking that up, but
Some. Rocks Off Road, thank you so much for joining
Yeah.
us. It's always a pleasure, and we will see you next time. Have a great evening.
and then here's a piece of this one turns white pretty good. Graveyard Point.
Oh,
But what I
yeah.
like about it is the orange glow. See that orange glow?
Oh, yeah.
But I'm interested in Kyle's new flashlights because the Dino Bone that he showed with the shortwave and the midwave were fantastic. And then with the 365, it was kind of just blah. You know, you could barely even see it with the 365. And so I'm wondering how much cool stuff I'm missing by not having those other wavelengths, you know?
Oh, yeah. Plenty of stuff to miss. Yeah, basically, I think everybody needs a whole like quiver of different flashlights. And I mean, you know, it's about affording them, but it's super cool that you guys are trying them all out so that those of us that want to spend our money know what to spend our money on.
Right. So I was going to ask Kyle how his were, if they're sturdy, if they seem like decently made stuff. Because that's the problem with some of the stuff you get from online nowadays. It's just kind of flimsy, not made with quality products.
Yeah, or it seems like the batteries don't charge or they don't charge for long enough or whatever. And so it's kind of nice that you guys are out there trying these things.
But I don't know about me because I seem to have all the bad luck. I got a Gemfish opal torch, and they've never had any problems with them before. And then the first one I got was dead on arrival, and I opened it up. Turned out that it was a cable that came off of the circuit board, so I just had to fix the solder. So they sent me a new one, and the new one arrived dead on arrival. Didn't work, same issue. And then so they sent me another one. So the third one was also bad. So it took the fourth one, and so I kept telling them to quit sending me lights because I just fixed all the other ones. So now I have 4 of them. I'm getting rid of a couple of them, but I just seem to have the worst luck with that kind of stuff.
No kidding.
Like, no one's ever had a problem in the entire history of the world, but you're the first person. I'm like,
Wow,
I'm sorry.
that many times too.
I mean, I'm not disappointed. I got 4 of them for the price of one, and they're not cheap, but
Yeah, especially if you can fix them, if you've got the technology, it would be a huge bummer if somebody who doesn't understand how to work with that sort of thing, you know, ended up with something that they couldn't use. So,
right.
yeah, at least you were good quality control for those guys.
But now I get to bless my friends with them, so that's cool.
Yay!
Yeah, maybe you'll get yours before the end of the century.
Woo!
I just there's so much stuff I keep adding to your box, Karen. I'm like, okay, I'm gonna close it up, and then I'm like, oh, well, she wants some of this, she wants some of that, so I'm just gonna have to say enough is enough. Anything else is just gonna go in a separate box. Box number 2.
Raises hand is guilty.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How much more time did you need for the contest again?
Oh, I'm gonna need probably a couple hours if I could.
Oh, okay. Do you think that's about equivalent to one of those lights?
Oh,
Hey,
that's
if you hadn't already said, just send me a note. I'd be all about it.
I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding.
I tell you what, let's see who wins this month's contest.
Oh,
Ooh. Oh, the stakes are
Woo!
higher now.
Nah, I wouldn't do that to my friend Nelma.
And I'm also saying that I'm the most patient person for anybody out there. Ever, never worry. Like, it's okay. Like, don't worry about
I
anything.
know, but we started talking about this Karen, back in 2022.
Maybe. Or have we been friends for that long? It's been a good
You
time,
only had 10 subscribers back then, Karen.
right? Oh, those were the days. Yeah, but one of the things that I love about this community is really how actually really good friends everybody is, and that there's just a lot of generosity and understanding. So it goes both ways. You can be generous and you can also be super understanding too. You know what I mean? Like,
Oh, I love it. I mean, I have made some really good friends in this group, and just the whole community has meant so much to me that I couldn't imagine not having it. You know what I mean? I'm so grateful for those who created it, and then for everybody for maintaining what it is. I mean, we all have to police ourselves. Of course, there's going to be issues, but I mean, if we approach it like adults and just realize it is what it is, and stuff, the friendships I've made are been life changing, honestly.
right? Yeah, I just checked. I'm 2 subscribers away from 6,000 right now.
Holy cow!
Woohoo!
Congratulations, Karen.
Let's go get them. Let's go get them.
Thanks. Because
Good job.
I usually don't watch, but when it comes to a kind of larger number, I'm like, oh, no way. And like when you just said 10, subscribers, I kind of figured like I might make it to 100 and that would be okay. Like, I'd just be so
75 are
happy.
family.
Yeah, totally. And friends. And that's okay because if they want to watch, that's all that really matters. And so I'm kind of just super blown away that like it ever just got to this point at all. So thanks everybody for
No
People are
for
pretty
kidding.
for
cool.
hanging out and being part of the Rock family.
And I'm with you there. Like, I totally appreciate this community too, and it means the world to me as well. And I certainly don't have 6,000 subscribers, but to those that I do have, I appreciate each and every one of you. You know what? Even if you're not subscribed to my channel, but you're just a part of this community, and we bump into each other in chats in other channels, you matter too. And I appreciate every single one of you guys in this community. It's been just an absolutely wonderful experience from the word go.
Heck yeah. I mean,
agreed.
that is the thing is like, if anything, like I love all of you guys that are around all the time and I call you guys my friends. You are my friends.
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
then there's like the people that lurk around and I love you guys too. That's so cool that we can still be friends without even knowing each other in a way. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Because I lurk around on other people's channels and they probably never knew or will know that I existed, but they meant something to me. Like
Mm-hmm.
like what Soul is saying, like this community kept me going through some tough times. Like how many channels out there can you name that like totally got you through something or
Oh
helped you
yeah.
learn something? And maybe they never knew you existed, you were just one of those peripheral people, but they meant the world to you at some point. And so,
Absolutely.
yeah,
Raise his hand.
yeah.
Guilty.
I thank everybody out there for, creating content and hosting all of us with our passions, whatever they might be. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Karen, for giving us something to latch onto and a place to be.
Oh, absolutely. It's the least I can do to, provide a place. Aw, look at this. Provide a place for folks to hang up with or hang out with. And that's a lovely ensemble that you have going on there.
Yeah,
But
nice.
birds of a feather flock together, and I think people
Yes.
with like minds and personalities tend to crop towards the places that they hang out. Because there's other channels that I'm a member to that just it's a completely different vibe of people that are in there. It's not as personable. I you don't feel. I mean, I feel like I could trust any of you guys with some pretty serious shit. And I don't even hardly know any of you, but um, just some places aren't as welcoming as others. I think it's pretty easy to tell when you're there. And
Yeah.
this place just keeps drawing you back because everybody's so nice and you feel so comfortable. Like I could take my shoes off and pick my feet up and
Yeah. Welcome to
burp
my
and
living
fart and
room.
scratch my butt and not have to worry
Yeah, pull
about
up a
being
chair.
judged.
For sure. All of you, pull up a chair. Kick up your feet. Or pull up a cab machine or a flat lap or a jeweler's bench or whatever it is.
Oh,
I
sure
think
hope
we should.
so.
I think we should have like an annual, get together, like
Like rocking the
centralized.
rocks.
Yeah, just somewhere where we can all get together and bring our cabbers and show off our cool rocks and meet each other's families and pet each other's dogs and just hang out in person because you see the content creators collaborating with folks and get to hang out with different people and you get so jealous, like FOMO, right? You're totally missing out, but if we could have a place where we go and we could all meet each other and expand our relationships just like that would be pretty cool over a
Yeah.
shared function.
Yeah.
It would be fun.
Yeah,
Where to do it though? Who can afford to do it? These are the things.
nobody.
There again.
I mean, the camping is cheap, I guess, if you stay at like a campground.
Is it though?
Yeah, it's like $35 a night, I think, most of the time.
I'm
Yeah.
not. I'm not going to be rude. I mean, I can tell you what I made, but I finished before anybody else, which never ever happened.
Right? Like there's a cause for great rejoicing. Huzzah.
God,
Huzzah!
that's awesome.
There she is.
Wow.
Wow. Yep.
She does such great work.
Fantastic. Beautiful.
My little fairy friend.
What are you
Oh,
gonna do with it?
with
Send it
the
to me.
what do I do with this one? I have no idea.
Yeah.
Yet. No
That
clue.
looks like a turtle talisman.
And then decide.
Oh, those are cool. Are they like earrings or something, Mo?
They will be.
That's sweet. Nice pair.
Yeah, it is.
What do
Only
they call them?
place
Pins?
only place on the web where you can say that and it's halfway appropriate.
Right? I was just thinking of yeah, how to deal
So,
with that statement. Thank you.
to say what?
I missed what was inappropriate.
I
It
did
was
too.
appropriate, strangely enough.
It was fine.
Well, I missed it. Whatever. Okay. Anyways, look, shiny rocks. Brought to you by
Very,
Mo.
very nice.
You've got a
Now it'll.
nice pair, Ma, is what he said.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, nice pair, Mom.
and it's okay. 'Cause
Damn, look at the pair on her.
yeah.
Now I have to figure out what to do for the rest of the time.
I couldn't break her heart and leave her hanging.
Thank you.
Right? Especially when that was hanging in the balance.
But I'm
Have you
fun.
guys
Yeah, thank
seen
you.
that Saturday Night Live skit?
Somewhere else because I don't have anything to
Getting
show you.
I need to mute myself for a moment before I get in trouble.
I really, I mean, it's probably after hours enough. Oh wow, it's still early. 8 o'clock. Are you kidding me? It's not that late. Okay. Thank you so much, Lava Bison. Let me ring the bell for you. So do the like, sub your kids, siblings, and parents, sub your parents, and your kids. Don't forget to tell your buddies. And then as soon as they do that, go ahead and sign off so that we can have after hours. Thank you.
And if you go to your 9 to 5 and you have a cat or a dog who prefer to have the TV on, be sure to leave on one of your favorite rock hounding channels for your pet to enjoy.
Right? I
Karen?
love that so much.
I'm raising my hand.
Except for,
it looks like
except for that
John's
one
Oh.
channel that has the hour and 15-minute info.
So what about raising your hand, Ma?
I think Jahik's backstage.
Oh, is Jahik back? Oh. Yeah, what happened to you, Jahik?
Yeah, and by the way, wasn't Chris supposed to come back or Rufo supposed to come back and show
He
us
said he
somewhere
couldn't
that
because the mother-in-law journey took a little long, and then he was he's gonna host one of these guys on Tuesday though, and so
that's okay. That's okay.
Yeah.
Jaw Hicks here.
All right, Jahik.
I don't know. For some reason, I lost all audio and I couldn't hear anybody saying anything, so I left and came back.
We were just playing prank on you.
Oh wow!
Can you guys hear me?
Yeah. Travis is here. And so good to see you, Travis. And so keep on telling us about this lovely cab you have.
This is some Bruno Jasper. I found it in one of my collection boxes. Someone had backed it for some reason, and so it was already like pre-shaped, but it had a lot of work needed still, and so I'm just finishing it up.
Beautiful. Yeah, that would be fun to play with. How hard do you think that is?
It is really hard.
Fantastic. Well, you know, it's funny because like you see something that would like, oh, I can totally see what a neat jewelry piece that might make, and then you find out that it's like made out of cake frosting, and you're like, oh,
Right.
like no thanks anyway.
Yeah, I've worked some Bruno before that was really soft. It just kept working away like, I don't know, sandstone. But this piece is really nice, really hard. Should take a really high polish.
Yeah, that's looking really good already, and you're on like diamonds still. So Soul says we need to create regions for everybody to do their regional meetups, and that way it could be affordable, which I totally endorse. Yeah. I mean, the West Coast one is going to be off the Richter, guys. Everybody come out and play. Got a lot of fun stuff here. Go ahead, Mom.
I'm gonna mute because I'm gonna shape.
Whoa.
You get extra prizes if you can guess what shape this will end up being.
So is that an Ocho?
Really loud.
Ocho that you got there? Yep.
Yeah. Look at the little
all right, and like I would say like an marquee or something like that might be super fun. Try not to do a triangle.
Yeah, I'm gonna do a triangle.
Try a marquee. Come on,
Yeah,
man.
no, screw that. I'm doing a triangle.
I already did one in a marquee, and that's the only reason I don't want to do a marquee. I've already done it.
Okay.
With this stuff, and it just
no peer pressure or anything.
It'll be a rounded guy. Whatever.
We'll suffer another triangle.
I think I'm going to make a triangle if I can catch all the votes who aren't sure. Is that mine or not?
And what do we have here, Allison?
Oh, I'm bagging and tagging again. I'd pre-cut.
That looks fun.
Yeah, I'd pre-cut enough of the stickers that I could do, a few more bags. And since I made a few more pieces of jewelry tonight, I thought I'd just go ahead and bag and tag. So
beautiful.
That way, when I drop them into packages and stuff, these envelopes, I usually fold them in half and tape them shut so that it's a little bit of a surprise when you get it, what's inside. And
yeah.
the bags keep the chains from tangling up and things, and your cab from getting scratched and all of that stuff. Plus, they're cute. They got fucking hearts on them.
Right? And they're cool reusable bags that you can put other cool things into once you're already
Yes.
wearing your nice pendant. I love
Yes.
that.
Yeah, great cab storage bags. You can put your, cabs in and send them to the next guy. Like Mo needs something set by Karen, she can send it in a pretty heart little flashy bag.
Uh-huh.
Plus confetti.
I'm sorry?
Confetti's optional.
Yeah.
And confetti.
Suggested, but optional.
Kyle is wondering how long this live is going to be. Oh my gosh, we're going on 3 hours. I'm trying to see if I can make one in time before this ends. And I don't know. We'll probably be going for a little bit longer, but not too much longer, on account that 3 hours is quite the haul for us uninitiated. Like, I know that Kyle could go for 18 hours and not blink an eye, but some of
You
us
do that without peeing.
Yeah, he can somehow.
without
And he can
You've got a colostomy bag.
consume pizza and cookies and things along the way.
My gosh. And so yeah, Cheryl already just answered for us 2 hours. Okay. I don't know if I'm gonna last that long.
Well, Cheryl wants to go to sleep. You just leave your live up all night, and then we just won't switch.
Right. Oh, and we have taunting going on. Don't drop the cab, Kyle. Julie. Yep. Good. Yeah, you could put your rock in there. Yep, any
Yep,
rock.
you can.
All rocks can go in there. Many, actually. You could probably put a couple of rocks in there. And if they were small garnets, like the ones that you were showing us earlier, you could put lots. You could put a parcel of garnets into one of those bags. I mean, they're so useful. Yeah,
we
look at that.
pretty much filled the little garnet jar after that clean out, and we almost completely filled the big garnet jar.
Oof. Oh yeah.
Right.
Karen runs by and swipes that out of your hand and keeps running to Oregon.
That's the kind of thing that I can here, Karen.
Back.
Right?
I smell vampire on your breath. Would you like a garnet?
Have you been eating some cheese curds? Would you like some garnets?
That is awesome. I love the reuse of that. Oh.
Hold out your hand, little girl.
Yeah, right? More, please.
But yeah, when it comes time to do packages and stuff, and I'm like, oh, what else could I, sprinkle on in there? Yeah, these are a great option, and they're share size, and
Right. Allison doesn't have spice jars in the kitchen. She has these little rock jars that have all the different fun spices in them. That's the kind of spice I like, is garnets. Yeah. And sapphires and whatnot.
Yeah, the bestest. The bestest stuff of all.
And Lava Bison is already trading the garnets for cheese curds. So
ooh, good idea.
I hope you're down with that.
I'm down with that. Yeah. I mean, cheese is my love language.
Is it?
It might be.
Is it really? I wonder how those cheese curds would travel. Because you know how they always ask you at the post office, yeah, is there anything
perishable or poisonous in here?
Never. Not me. No. ever, never. I haven't sent anything that would totally break and get totally messy, like honey or
there's definitely no vampire cheese curds in there.
Yeah, definitely not. Don't smell it though. Yeah, that's nothing that you smell. That's my breath. I've been eating the garlic. I get it why they tell you they're asking you if there's any perfume or cologne. Can you imagine breaking a perfume box and you smell like Axe like the whole rest of the day or something, that would just not be okay. That's not okay for the postal workers. That makes them postal. That's why. You know, if they break your package and there's chocolate chip cookies and Vampire Slayer cheese inside, then you're good. And you know, Cheryl's asking us what our favorite brand is, like, of what? Did I miss something?
Tic Tac?
Of Tic Tacs. I would say Tic Tac brand for Tic Tacs. I'm not entirely sure. And Val Summers, that's sweet. Group support is real. It boosts your morale and has given me confidence to say, build my own rock tumbler. Are you really building your own rock tumbler? Is it one of those ones that's attached to your wheel of the car and you just drive? Because I would love to see what it is that you have built as far as a rock tumbler goes. Like, that's awesome.
And I've always talked about making a wind propelled one. So anybody who uses any means to propel their rock tumbler, I'm very curious in.
Yes.
You know, I mean, electricity is great and all, but if you could like pedal it or, you know, drive it or put it out in the wind or put it in the creek or, you know.
I'll put to a windmill.
Yeah, exactly. Something like that might be interesting. So,
you know, I think that wind is, you know, not to tangent really super hard because, you know, we don't do that here. But wind energy is so underutilized. And, you know, on farms, we used to use them so much. You know, farms and ranches used to be so wind driven. And on the coast, we have so much wind. We're having a bunch of wind right now. We're wondering why we're not using that exactly for, like, you know, at the very least, charging a rock tumbler, if not like running my, you know, sauna or something. And so I want to know, like if you get that technology, I'm all over it. Like, you know, 3 Wednesdays from yesterday.
Yeah, I think it would be pretty easy. In fact, I think my issue up here would be to slow it down enough that it didn't mar up the rocks. Like, you'd have to either the weight, you'd have to rely on the weight to slow things down, or you'd have to like gear slow it down. But
between gears and
it's totally doable. I just am all talking, no show so far. So but yeah, I mean, it's I'm very all for anybody who wants to do something like that. Do it. Absolutely do it.
Yeah. I would love to have like a whole off-grid studio, like in order to get my lapidary wheels to spin on my cabbing machine, like that I have to pedal or something. I'm down with that. Because then when the power goes off anyway, I've got something to do and I'm going to keep warm because I'm going to be working out. So I would love that.
Right? And all of your general brand names.
And Steve could do it. Sorry, go ahead, Allison.
Brand names are great and all, but I mean, just for example, like I see John McFarlane's name in the chat. Like, wouldn't the John McFarlane model be like the best? I mean, I want to see the John McFarlane model, or whoever it is who's talking about it in the chat. I want to see that model. I don't want to see Highland Park. I don't want to see Tumblebee. I don't want to see Nat Geo. I've seen those tumblers.
Yeah.
Show me the, you know, the Brian.
Yeah, absolutely. And thank you, John, for your fabulously generous words. We really appreciate the feedback.
And for allowing me to borrow his name for the sake of chat.
Yeah, right. That, not like, you know, hitting me with libel if I said something wrong. But as far as like making the home spun or homebrew lapidary machines, like I was even just talking to Jared and he was talking about working on some projects, and I absolutely love it that people are thinking, you know what, like in this day and age with the kinds of motors that you can buy off the shelf and, you know, 3D printing or being a decent machinist, you could make these lapidary machines that could actually be as good or better than stuff that you get off the market. You know, and how empowering if you're able to a download program that you buy, say from Jared, that is for a 3D printed lapidary machine, like a flat lap or something. I mean, that is so exciting. I would love to do that. And so, yeah.
And you could paint it orange and blue if you wanted to, or the notorious green that the colorblind can't see. I mean, you could paint it whatever color you wanted even. I mean,
where did my lapidary machine go?
Color options available,
Right.
So modifications, available.
All right, and Ryan is up and out of his chair because he is doing a very dynamic finish to a cabochon here that we're excited to see. It's exciting. What's going on? Ooh, wow, actually, I'm like not kidding. That is really exciting. What have you got there?
I don't know. It came in some bag that I got off of a lady who sent me a number of rocks from Facebook Marketplace.
Wow. Yeah, that was very colorful. I was going to guess that maybe it was some of that AZRE stuff.
Real similar.
Yeah.
I'll show it to you better here in a little bit. And that and the horn coral.
So how did the cheese curds go at home, Lava Bison? And is gas station cheese curds kind of like gas station sushi? I want to know. Just wondering. And Rocky Mountain Bear, little water fountains are great rock polishers, but they will test your patience even harder than a tumbler. Okay. That'll take a little bit longer, I would imagine. And Brian is talking about still wanting the rhino. I don't blame you. And here's something. Yogi Bear is working on a 3D printing of your own expandable wheels. And there's a fly. There's a fly down. Fly down, man. A soldier is down in your water. Over there at Ryan's.
Did it! Help him!
Oh my God, a fly! I haven't seen a fly in months.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
It's the heating of the garage. They bring out all of them.
Yeah, right? They're all sleeping right now someplace.
Well, they're dying and drowning.
So,
Ooh.
one at a time.
That's nice.
Oh, yeah.
Doesn't have much of a dome on it because I didn't want to grind too much off, and it was only like maybe a little over an 1/8 inch thick.
Oh, that's pretty though. And let me tell you that sometimes as a jewelry designer, it's nice to have a smaller, lighter cab because not everybody wants the Flavor Flav to be hanging around their neck. If you're going to add silver to it and stuff like that, it gains weight really quick.
I don't know how much detail you can see in there.
That's really pretty.
Took on
Ryan, can you 3D print a 3D printer?
Yeah. And what I think is kind of really pretty on these is I don't know if you can look at the top, almost the fish scale.
Oh
type,
yeah.
Finish as opposed to just kind of a smooth.
So
kind of
yeah, you got
area.
like some undercutting a little bit there, maybe.
A little bit, yeah. But it kind of gives it a little texture that looks cool.
Yeah, I like it. I love that material so much. It's so pretty. Like I could just polish fossils all day for the rest of my cab making career and be completely happy. And Kyle is saying that the preform is done, and I'm probably going to call it here within some series of minutes. It's going to be about time to wind things down. I got so much work done, you guys. So stoked.
Yeah.
I love doing this because that was a little sarcasm. I'm so stoked to be like hanging out with you guys that it's my problem. I just don't I'm like so interested in what you guys are doing and chatting with the chat that I just sort of like, oh yeah, there's this stuff over here that I was supposed to be like playing with. And I have been fondling the shark's tooth fondly, and that counts as well, right?
Yes, that's quality time.
It is quality time. And what you got there, Ryan?
Oh, this was something that I did a while ago. I was trying to remember. I was trying to clean up the table a little bit, grab out stuff. Did I finish this and it's just still sitting here, or do I need to redo it? So,
I get you.
I'm getting close to the bottom, my bottom of the water pail, so I wasn't going to start another one. So just going to look
Right.
at things.
Nice. Yeah, and I'm seeing that Prairie Girl Rock's cup is like becoming empty, which is also another harbinger of like it must be time. Oh wait, my gosh. And then Ryan is looking at something very fancy. Holy cow, what you got there, man?
This is some I don't know if it was directly from AZRE or if it was something that I got through you.
That would
It looks like
more
Gemfield.
likely.
I think that's Gemfield.
Really?
Yeah.
Dang, I did you good then.
Yep.
It could be, but yeah, that's that's pretty.
And I did this before the Live Edge. Well, actually, I don't remember. It was kind of around the same time, but it's another one where I use the side of the wheels or the whole radius of the wheel to form a radius in the
Yeah,
cab.
I love
Or
that.
a concave, is that what that is?
Yeah, that's concave.
Concave. So it's kind of a cool technique to use if you have the right rock that's already that direction anyway.
Nice. Yeah, that's just gorgeous. And what are you doing? You're not working. Yeah, what are you doing? You're muted. We can't hear you.
I said I'm admiring. I'm admiring some of these beautiful pieces that I've made lately.
It's good to see your face. And
Yeah.
yeah, you have a lot to admire there. That's some beautiful work
Yeah,
that you just
some of
did.
those turned out so much fun. I love the little oops, now I'm mirrored. I love the little flower on the pinch clasp there.
Yeah, that's nice.
Did
Did you say that those are going to that store that you're doing a thing with? Or
some of
where are
them
those
are.
headed?
Some of them are, and then some of them I'm fixing to have a sale really soon because I've got lots that are super pretty and they're just hanging here. Oops, my chair just about rolled out from underneath, and you were here to watch it. This way, I got
that's
I've
nice.
got a few that are quite pretty, and so yeah, I'm gonna probably have a sale here in the near future, but I was just looking at this one too that I made out of that stone that Rufo sent me a while ago that I need to do more cabbed and like
Wow.
Civil
Yeah, that
wire
is
work, right?
super cool. Yes, I love that so much.
So
That looks like shark skin, you know?
it's so cool, isn't it? Like
Yeah.
I've got such a thing for the oolithic rocks or oolitic or however you want to pronounce it, the teeny circles. I've
Yep.
got such a they do it for me. So
Right?
I was just sitting here admiring this one in particular, thinking I should probably try some more of that wire wrap style and some more cabbing and stuff. Like, how cool would the bison's cab be wrapped like that?
So cool. Do it. Yeah.
So
And the bison might
that's
really dig it.
the worst hand job
And
thing there.
share
But-
curds with you.
yeah. So yeah, just reviewing a little bit here and admiring some of the stuff here, and I have to admire it, that little bit of quality time with it before it goes to its new home and its new person to be admired some more, hopefully.
Yeah. Oh man, that is actually like it's both so rewarding to like kind of pile everything up and be like, oh, you know,
My
like
pretties,
yeah,
my
and then
pretties. Set
and
them
then they have to
free in the
go on.
world.
It's like Charlotte's Web.
It is, or like raising kids or something. You know, it's like, but
Yeah,
it's so good. I'm so
bye-bye.
proud of you.
Bye. Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, you got the hearts. Thank you so much for doing
Yes,
that.
or raising puppies or something, you know, off to your new home. Be
Oh
good.
gosh, I was so ready. Like, yep, here you go. As we're driving, you know, like launch. Here's your puppy. Take him. Yeah.
Take it.
As it's
Take it.
coming like a shark, you know, with all teeth coming out and Sharpie claws. Yeah. Healer puppies are something special, but
Yeah,
I
not only
digress.
do I have a whole bunch of necklaces that are hanging up in front of me, but I've got a whole bunch that are, like I say, bagged and tagged and ready to go.
Oh, look at that. Yeah. So when are you
raining
thinking?
jewelry.
I love it. Yeah. Right. There's just so much of it.
Yeah.
Take this off my hands. When is the sale, do you think?
Soon, I think. And I've got some really beautiful, like Montana agates, and oh, that one's got a price on it, but maybe won't sell. It maybe not for you guys, you know. We'll see.
Oh, we're special, you guys. We're special.
You might get special deals.
Yeah, still love that display shelf from the last auction that I got from you.
Yeah.
It's starting to fill up a little bit.
Good. Hopefully we'll fill it up some more here in the near future. So, and then like this one that we did earlier this evening. So
Yeah,
I'm excited. Like I
beautiful.
say, I do love them and admire them, but I do also love them brightening somebody's day, you know.
Awesome. Well, we'll be looking forward to that. And I think with that, we probably should wrap. And so thank you so much, Allison, for joining us. It has been such a pleasure hanging out and watching you work with the wraps and doing the packaging. It's always a pleasure having you on. You're awesome.
Nah,
We
thank
love
you
you.
guys. And everybody in the chat. I'm reading some of the chat right now. You guys rock.
Oh yeah. And Ryan, thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for hosting.
And what you got going on there?
It's just a piece of pet wood that I think I got from Theo. Yeah, I figured I would use the water up before I took off. So while we were still chatting, you know, that whole
Nice.
thing with idle hands.
Oh yeah. I'm glad that you got something started. And actually, I think it was over in Just One More Rocks Live was asking about how to cut the pet wood so that you get the most out of it. And what's interesting is that it just depends on the pet wood and it depends on what kind of reaction you want. If you've ever cut wood itself, like just, you know, regular wood to make a cutting board or to carve or whatever, you notice that if you get like the radial cut as opposed to the tangential cut as opposed to the cross cut, they all are cool as
And
all get out, just dependent on your
I
wood.
found on some chunks, especially if you get one that maybe they're at a joint, is that part of your chunk could look better one way and part of it the other. So a lot of times, because I have to square it up to put it in the auto feed saw, I'll cut both ways or a couple different planes and see which way I like best.
Yeah, and so you know, if Just One More Rock or anybody who was there, Fred and crew, it is worth maybe, and I think actually Jared might have even offered the suggestion, like cut it a couple different ways and see which way you like the best. If you've got enough of that kind of material, if you don't, then you know, go with what you think might be nice. But yeah, it's not only different because of what you're going to see graphically, but also for strength wise. Sometimes the wood wants to be cut one way and will hold together very nicely, and if you cut it the other way, it might have enough inclusions, kind of like it splintering, that it might not be a stable tab that way. And so that's another good reason to try some test cuts on some material. And you guys are hilarious. So like Kyle was trying to finish in time, but I gotta tap out. I wish I could like extend for long enough. He's on the 600 right now, or is just trying to get there. But we're all looking forward to seeing what you finish for sure. And I think that Judge Caleb will let you in. But thank you again, Ryan, for hanging out with us and showing us your gorgeous lapidary.
Thank you.
No, thank you.
Well, thanks for the compliment. I don't know how gorgeous they are, but we'll take it.
Yeah, it's good. Everybody's seeing in the chat, and those watching know. And we've got freeform lapidary Caleb over here showing off what you were able to accomplish this evening. Tell us about it.
We had that mystery piece of agate, the Royal Aztec, this unknown Jasper. Not super happy with the way this one finished. There might be a little tip or trick to get that one looking a little better. And then this Bruno Jasper turned out awesome.
Oh yeah, that is like some like primordial egg. I love that so much.
That's so pretty.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really happy with the way it turned out. It's super, super hard. So it already looks great at 3,000, and I'll take it to the cerium wheel and get it looking even better. So pretty happy with that. And it's good to rescue a cab that someone never finished.
Yeah. Yeah, rescue cabs are a thing for sure. It's kind of like the SPCA or your doggy shelter, but for cabs. Like, do it. Go adopt a cab and finish it, even if it's one of your own that was in the timeout bin.
Right.
Hey, Caleb, do you want a whole box full of mine?
No, not really. I have enough of my own. Thank you.
I can just imagine the cigar box getting there, like, you open it up.
I have so many cabs that need to be reworked from other people. It's insane.
The horror. So, was that everything? Did you show us everything?
Yeah, I just did these 4 tonight. That's
All right. Beautiful. Thank you so much for joining us. It's always a pleasure having you on. And for one more time, why don't you refresh everybody on what the deal is with our cab contest that's coming quickly to an end?
Yep, you guys have, 3.5 more hours to get your submissions in. If you think you're going to go over that, please let me know. Otherwise, I will close it out if I'm awake. If not, I'll just check the timestamps, but let me know.
All right. Well, thank you so much. It's been a pleasure.
All right. Thanks.
Cheers. And we have Mr. Turtle Montana, who is also quickly finishing up this gorgeous cab. Very, very pretty. Thank you so much for being here. You are on mute.
Hello. Sorry.
Hello.
My phone died. It's not charging fast enough.
Aw, not keeping up with all of your awesomeness in here.
Thanks.
So that's gorgeous. Can we have a little look at that before we tune out? Oh,
Sure.
Look at that. I love the belly button down there.
Thank you.
Sweet.
Oh, that's really pretty. Well done. Well done.
I have an innie, not an outie.
Indeed.
So,
Instead of out-deed.
yeah, Audi. So this is almost done. It's coming together pretty nice. I had my friend Melma help me with the design.
Awesome.
Everything she touches turns to gold, so never hurt to keep her on the payroll. What do you call that? The Midas touch?
The Midas touch?
Yeah, the Midas. The back is pretty cool too.
Yeah, absolutely. I love that when both sides are appealing. That's so cool. And Kyle is telling you to stall them.
Stall, turtle stall. Well, back in 1987, when I was just a tiny turtle,
Filibuster.
Great.
I knew this
Gonna
fish. Her name
filibuster
was
us?
Dory. She was my best friend growing up. Her name was Dory. Yeah, we would had some adventures. We sure did.
Oh my.
Yeah, sometimes I'm a little funny.
Oh, there we go,
Um,
Julie. Julie's got one. Can someone explain the geology of the world? Is that
I
going to work
was
for you, Kyle?
I was totally thinking even just the geology of that single cab could buy us some time.
Yeah. Filibuster if you have to, buddy. Aw.
Or just send
You guys are
John.
all so good.
Just send John a message saying 3 in the morning. Kyle time.
yeah,
Yeah,
Josh, can you please reread the rules of the cab contest, please?
Please.
Caleb, turn off your notifications.
Yeah,
This
for real.
this is a rock. You want to know how I know it's a rock? Because of the way that it is.
Yeah.
How did I do, Kyle?
Too fast. You need to go longer.
Not long enough.
Way longer. Yeah,
In the
Reptile Z. I remember
in the
the
beginning.
egg.
In the beginning.
Remember.
Right, Douglas wants somebody to make some popcorn. I know, like that's what I want at my house, and I'm gonna go and like lay back in a comfy chair with my feet up and admire my tooth that I made that I didn't do anything with this evening at all. I am the worst. I fail so miserably. Like I'll host y'all, but I get no work done. All right. So thank you so much, Turtle. You did
You're welcome.
awesome. Ma, let's bring you up here. What's up here?
Well, my little it died. The Ocho it committed something. It's no longer with us.
Oh no.
So I started this.
Oh, that's really pretty. That looks like Montani agate.
It is.
Nom noms.
Little cute
Pretty,
guy.
pretty,
So
pretty.
yeah. And now it's like it's already so thin, and I'm thinking like, could I make a doublet with this, and what could I put behind it that would make it interesting? So
Something linear.
yeah,
Dude, like if you backed it with go ahead, I'm sorry.
oh no, yeah, I'm kind of stalling. I've just been sitting here making the back flatter and flatter and flatter while I think about it because I don't want to like go to the next step, which is normally when I would be rounding the edges over a little bit. But if I'm gonna make this a doublet, I can't do that. So, but yeah, it's
So
pretty.
pretty.
But
Yeah, you know, I think a water line would be so cool to put behind that.
Something opaque and colorful.
Yeah.
These are all good ideas that I will be figuring out later.
Yeah, we're all armchair quarterbacks. Yeah, do it.
Yeah, like my cab. That would be perfect. Why don't you wait and our cabs can hook up?
Ooh. We're having dangerous liaisons at
Yeah.
the end of the, the live stream. This is exciting. Just when it gets hot.
I'll make sure to build in a really big six pack. Check out the abs on that cab.
Ooh. It's nice.
Thank you, mama.
Very nice. Thank you.
Yeah,
That gets the fluid flowing.
And there you go. And that's what we were watching transpire earlier. And it is indeed gorgeous. And I want to thank Cheryl and Kyle and Rocket and Julie and Brian and Chris and all y'all out there that watched for the duration. You guys were fantastic hanging out with us, watching the Makers Bunch live craziness that we have going on here. And so make sure to keep an eye out for an upcoming sale that Prairie Girl Rocks Allison is going to be having, and that we've got all of the normal stuff going on next week over on Roof Otress's channel. We're going to have a Makers Live sometime on Tuesday, it sounds like, starting maybe in the early afternoon. Check your listings for that. Oh, look at this. We've got a face. What's
up, everybody?
This is your judge, Rat. Yeah.
Change the channel. Change the channel. I'm gonna have to watch SpongeBob now for like an hour.
Aww. It's not that.
So scary.
It's not a hard show.
I'm kidding, buddy.
And 12 World of Rockhounds Kyle is on the 1200. Man, you are sliding into home base like last minute. Yeah, so of course there's coffee with Allison on Wednesday after the group live on Tuesday over at Rufotress Rooted Rockhounds channel. He's saying maybe 1 to 2-ish Pacific time to start, and then going on after that. We've got a surprise guest new to the community, finding agatized crabs. That should be very, very exciting to watch. Thank you for that. And then obviously watching out for all the other fun from our friends, over at AZRE, Brian and Julie bringing us stuff from their fun in California. Do you have anything to add, Mr. Caleb?
No, just thanks for everyone coming out and supporting us while we do this. It's always fun to read the comments and listen to all the banter from everybody, and thanks all the creators for taking the time to do this too. And yeah, that's about it.
Awesome. All right, everybody. So we're going to sign off. Have a wonderful evening. We'll see you around all the live streams. Be well, rock on, get creating. Ryan?
Do we want to give this away?
Oh, do you want to give it away, Mr. Turtle?
I want to give it away, yeah. I do.
Give it away now.
Give it away now.
All right.
First, I got to draw though.
So, do you want to choose a number type thing?
Sure.
Man,
however we want to do it.
We've got hardly anybody in here, so somebody's going to score
perfect.
hardcore. Yeah, and so those of you who are lurking and watching, keep it going, LOL. Yeah, Kyle. Okay, so
I'm trying, Kyle. I'm trying, buddy.
If you are in the lurking or chat right now, you can win this cab that Turtle Montana is making, that beautiful, beautiful thing. And so what I would say is that if you wait for it, I'll give you a start in the chat box, but we're going to choose a number between 1 and 100. And if you have a close number, the number is going to go to the higher number, not the lower one. So we're doing, the game show situation, that if you are equally close from the number, instead of going below the number, it's going to be the one above the number. And that way we won't have any contest offs. We don't have to pick again. Yeehaw, says Rocky Mountain Bear. You're darn right.
If you pick the number exactly, I'll throw in a free extra prize.
Oh, a free extra prize if you pick it exactly. So do you feel lucky, punk? Do you? And so it is one gorgeous cab. That's right, Soul. And you might even get more than that if you pick the number right on. And so it's going to be a number between 1 and 100. And you can start right now as that goes into the chat box. And so we'll give you like a couple minutes to throw down your numbers. Everybody is eligible. Mr. Turtle, make sure to enter a number in. We have two 77s.
Even the makers can win. So everybody gets to put in their number.
Hey Julie, can you add me another number? You and Kyle tied, and according to my chat, Kyle got 77 first, and so Julie, could you choose a different one? And so we've got some really nice numbers coming in, guys. So you still have a little bit of time to keep on keeping on.
Did anybody say 13?
I don't think so. I don't think 13 is taken. I think everybody kind of knows that's your number. And
We
so
know better
thank you,
than that.
Julie. Julie's got 27.
I'll say
Verna,
99.
Ooh, man on the edge.
we'll put it in there. Do you have it in there?
No, I don't have the chat.
Yeah, me.
I'll put it in
I
there
don't.
for you.
Yeah, I don't have one either, so throw it in for me.
Okay, wait.
She knows.
Okay.
We know she wants 13.
So I'll put it in for each of you guys. Caleb gets 99. And Ma gets 13. And Lava Bison is asking, Turtle can win too? Well, his hands are busy. So I don't know.
I choose number 0.
So he chooses number 0. Okay, so hey Caleb, do you
Huh?
do you not have a phone or anything on you?
I can bust out my tablet. Why?
Random number generator.
You got it.
Thank you. And I'll just do the important job of sitting here while you do that. But unfortunately, all of my devices are being doing things, and so
the number is 99. Oh man!
Yeah, right.
Son of a gun!
I'll be darned. Yeah. Well.
Yeah, we want to see the evidence, bro.
I trust Caleb. He's a pretty above board guy. Okay, yeah. World of Rockhounds. He's in the final stretch. He came around the clubhouse stretch, you guys. 3,000.
I just hit 3,000. This is a first for me.
He was doing light jet obsidian. You would even have to do 3,000.
There you go.
Go right 12,000 right to Assyrian.
Uh-huh.
If my cap's got blood on it, is that considered live edge?
Yeah. If you've got DNA on it, I think that might also, I don't know. We have to talk to the judge. Oh, look at this. 86. Are we even kidding?
No, I haven't started. I haven't done it yet. It just
okay. Because that's
so
funny.
1 through 100. Are we ready?
Yes, we are.
All right.
77.
Is it gonna stop? Oh, I have to stop it. Okay, there we go.
Okay, we got number 16.
Mom, that's close to mine.
And yeah, I'm pretty sure that Ma is gonna be that 13. That is not
redraw.
in any way, shape, or form. But yeah, that's looking pretty darn. Yep. Yeah.
She's got hella karma, man. Dang. It's good clean living, man. Good clean living.
You saw it here, folks. There was no contest manipulation in any way, shape, or form. But you don't get anything extra, Ma. Only the rock because you didn't get it right on.
Okay.
I might throw in a cabochon.
Silly.
And Fred's back. I guess Fred, you've probably recovered by now from all of the craziness of your life. It's a love edge. Oh my gosh.
I don't want to see what you're doing to that rock.
Yeah. Wow,
I mean,
that's not ugly.
You're a wicked rock, but that's just the next level. Oh, that is cool. What is that stuff?
This is a special kind of tiger eye because you can see the fibers go this direction, and that's normally where the color, like the flash rolls, but this goes across it.
Whoa! I've never seen anything like that before. That is so cool.
Yeah, it's super cool, and it is very bright in like sunlight.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and give that away too.
Right.
Draw another number. I say 13. Trying, Kyle. I'm trying to help you, bro.
That's super nice of you.
Yeah, giving away someone else's stuff. Hey.
Wow. Yeah, Rocky's all excited. Hot diggity. All
Damn.
All right. Okay, but
I
for
don't hear
reals,
anything.
I
I just
gotta.
went in.
Oh, Cab is done. Okay, so
So did
Kyle,
my win?
um, yes, Melissa won.
Okay.
Yeah, dude, you're still on camera. I'm sorry, I can't get you off of there. I forgot how. And so, Kyle, are you going to pop in and show us, or do you want me to show a picture of it, or are we just happy that you're done and we all get to go now?
Oh, like our
You might have just put it on the Discord. Let
Hurry
me
up, Kyle. I gotta poop.
right. Oh, Val put one up. Thank you, Val. That is fantastic. And I'm not seeing if Kyle put something here yet now.
We want to see
There
it,
we go.
Kyle.
He says 1 second.
He's taking
Okay.
pictures yet.
Yeah. And he, I understand he probably wants to make them kind of nice too. Like
He's got to set up his
it's not
light,
just a cab. Yeah, the cab machine light.
Hey,
I know.
that is
I
the
know.
light of all lights.
I resemble that remark as well.
I just put a better gold in it.
Aw, we're not just waiting for the rock gnome.
I haven't.
Wait on Kyle.
I haven't been diligently checking it, but I'm on the last reel already.
Oh, that's
Hey,
There he
that's
is.
Kyle
We're doing
there.
some speed.
Hey, hurry up, Kyle. I want to do this before I have to go get a colonoscopy.
Dang.
Before I'm 50, please.
I'll leave with my camera. Hold on. Nope. Ah,
go to the more.
Oh,
sitting. Go
oh.
to
Go to
camera.
the three dots.
All right, back to you, Kyle.
Here. Hold on. I gotta dry it off now because
He's so fast.
So fast. I love your compressed air dryer too, man. I need to rig myself something like that. That is so genius.
It's such a hack. I've been telling everybody I know about it.
You just got to be careful not to blow stuff where it doesn't need to.
Ooh, look, everybody.
Wow.
can I zoom?
I don't
No.
know. Can you?
Hold on.
The features
I'll
are
hold
pretty
it
good. You
closer.
might be able to just hold it really close to the camera.
My camera doesn't zoom in
Mine doesn't
the
either.
live stream for StreamYard, but that's actually really good.
That's a nice cab, Kyle. Too bad you're a little bit too late to submit it to the contest. Bummer.
Oh, you're funny.
I mean, if it sucked a lot more, you could probably let it slide, but
I
we're
was
gonna have to go
sweating so
qualify.
much on this side of the camera. I'm like, I'm trying to hurry.
Oh, Kyle, didn't mean to give you the agita. And Douglas is wondering if that is ocean jasper or what we're looking at here.
Yeah, no, it's ocean jasper. This is from today.
From today,
Yep.
Douglas. Nice. That's so pretty.
So what's funny about this piece is that, oh gosh, I got distracted on camera, and then I showed Melissa's email, and I forgot to show this slab. And so the slab is sat unclaimed on the desk.
Oh. So
That's gonna come almost
winner,
holes in.
winner, winner, chicken dinner.
Good work, Kyle.
Oh, cool. Yeah, nice work and speedy to boot. That's impressive.
I forgot which way this went. Yeah. How did this go? Hold on.
Wow.
Wow.
Always about speed.
Yeah, okay.
Unless it is.
Turtle. says the turtle.
Yeah, right.
You guys are going way too fast.
Wow, thank you for sharing that with us and sliding in last minute, like right before New Year's, right before the ball drops.
Yeah. Woo!
You did it. You won. You deserve a yoo-hoo or something.
I need you. Of course, I don't have any, but I have coffee.
Or a ho-ho.
Yoo-hoo. Strawberry yoo-hoo.
Yeah. It's the drink of champions. Champion lapidarists.
You got some cereal on that, Carl? Kyle?
No, that was 3,000.
Yeah, well done.
You're done. I'm stopping at 3.
I don't. Yeah, I think I'm just gonna stop at 3. I don't think I need. I don't think I need steering with this one.
Underachiever.
Oh, it would be like cottage cheese in there.
Sounds weird.
And then there's that.
Should I go ahead and hit it with Syrian then?
No.
No, we don't want to make it any better.
See, now I get the job of actually like figure out the shipping costs and actually go back to work and do invoices. Boo.
Aw, boo. Yeah. Thank you, John.
Thank you, John.
Well, thank you.
John.
Thank you for swooping in and whoa, trying to get rid of that. Thank you, Kyle, for showing off that gorgeous thing, and make sure to toss it into the Discord. Anybody else who's doing some last minute stuff, turn it into the Discord before Jahik turns into a pumpkin.
Yep, please.
So 2 hours ago.
Maybe we'll hit it with Syrian. Yeah.
No, that looks perfect. You don't want to ruin it.
Go above and beyond, man.
Wow.
Yeah. Now I'll hit it with Syrian. Just for a little extra. Mwah.
Yeah.
After Syrian, hit it with the sub-micron polish. It'll be even better.
Mm-hmm. It's gonna be microscope good.
Nah, Syrian will be just fine.
All right. Well, thank you guys. I'm going to go ahead and bid everybody adieu. Thank you so much for coming on this evening and hanging out in the studio and working en masse, with a crescendo of creativity, sharing this with everybody out there who was also creating and loving on rocks. You can feel the energy. You can feel the power of this whole thing. So thank you guys, all of you.
And we can have one of these anytime we want in the lounge on Discord, right?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
So that's kind of cool.
Yeah, do it. Do it.
We lost Ma.
It's 24 hours a day with Turtle Montana.
All right, so I'm getting Ma back so that everybody can say an en masse bye-bye, and then I'll end the stream. So bye, everybody.
Thank you.
You guys rock.
Thanks for noticing I was gone.
You rock.